Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rolls Untold. We bring with us today episode 15 of the Fate of Galvera. And if you've been here before, you know what's happening, but if you haven't, happy to see you. Either way, thank you for tuning in. Now, as usual, we do have our insane cast.
Did he switch the camera yet?
Yes.
No.
No.
Nope.
Nope, not at all. It's actually a black screen.
Those are my good days.
But our usual lovely cast includes Alex Weeks playing Pip Tjorvik, Olivia Ros playing Isthmus Vortiscat,
Not every bit works.
Nicole Abarca Powell playing Riley Parker, and Dane Too Cool Giuffre playing Omaru Felsarin. Now, before we continue, Alex, would you like to take it away?
Yeah, of course. So if you want to check out all the other kind of stuff that we do, we have a lot of other content over on our Patreon, which you can find just down below where you are watching right now. We have fun things there. Primarily our table talks. We record after every session. We share our theories and our favorite moments, and we just kind of take a moment to breathe. So if you want to check that out, that is all up on Patreon for the episodes up until now. And also that free zine that we published for Free RPG Day, which is very exciting. So that, and then additionally, you'll find some links to go over to our Instagram with some very funny clips from all of our adventures.
Yeah. Cool. Well said.
Succinct, I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's just because I just came off work.
I never stop selling.
Always on duty. Well, with all of that said, one question left.
Please.
Let's go. Are you ready to roll?
I think
Yeah.
the question should be, why should we roll?
Maybe I am.
Okay.
Alright, that's enough of these.
You can't see character sheets.
Anyways, a little bit of a recap for the last episode. So, you just traveled a little bit through the Varden Scalus forest of Vardenzeral, meeting some small inconveniences and perils. Kicking some goblins through trees.
Oh my god, that's right.
And before you knew it, you arrived at the gates of Donnic, the city of discovery. The first stop that you made inside the city, as it was very early in the morning, was at a familiar tavern to Omaru and Isthmus, the naughty gnome owned by Romir Velzarin, Omaru's father.
That's right.
And as you walk in, it's a dark tavern, and there was a touching reunion, a little bit of catching up, until you were offered stay at the Velzarin household. And then there was a lot of catching up to do. But from there, you were interrupted in the morning, woken up early by a Shadon Lucer, the butler.
Say his name. Say his name right.
Shadon?
No.
Say what his name
What
is.
is his nickname? What do we actually call him?
What do we actually
his
call him?
real
What's his
name?
real name?
What is his
What's
chosen
his-
name?
God, Christian.
his government name?
His government name.
Yeah, Shadon Lucer. And
it's shitty.
It's shitty.
But he gave the party some errands to run so that Amalia could kind of recuperate, get back on her feet, and through kind of traveling throughout the town, maybe getting your first glimpse for some of you and exploring, you also had a reason to go to the Vortiscant Manor, approach Adamar, who has some connections to get you to the Arcane Artifactum. Through all of this, meeting everyone, you finally end up at the Artifactum. And Pip, through some inspiration, through surroundings, and maybe a little bit of competitive ego from Fludor Eldon. What? You managed to actually strip apart and deconstruct a small portion of your artifact. And you solved the tethering problem that you had. And you are now all free to go.
It's my little soldier.
So from there, guys, having your tether broken, you can now roam the city as you please. tell me, what do you want to do with your newfound freedom?
I think the first thing that happens is, after getting this news, is I look Pip in the face and I go, are you sure? We can go.
And I heave off this jetpack from my back.
Which then you see an errant giant orc come over angrily and take it from you as that was his project.
Oh.
So
Wow.
He was just testing it out. It worked.
It works.
It works
and he
great.
stomps right away.
Good job.
I'm pretty sure, Omaru. I tested it. And
I just ran.
That's right.
Or Royally, sorry. Royally tested it.
I did.
And
No, I did.
Izzy tested it. Just you haven't.
Do you want to test it?
Sure.
I don't think I tested
I'll be right
it.
back. I run more than 100 feet. I die. And I
Shades on.
Yeah, shades on, die. On the streets of the White Ward. And they put me in a little trash bin and they ship me off. No.
Hey,
none of that.
stop.
None of that. No. I run, I come back, I go, Pip, thank you. Thank you so much. I hope it's okay with everyone. I have some things I want to do, people I want to see that I'd rather see on my own, if that's okay.
Of course.
Great. I'll see you all later then.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye?
Hi.
Bye. Okay, bye. And I leave.
Okay, and Omaru books it out.
I don't want to be in this city, so I guess, what do you got? Are you just gonna stay here?
Oh boy. Well, I think I have a lot to still sort of understand about
Yeah,
some of my stuff, the
totally.
artifacts
No,
here.
please.
and-
I don't think I'll be. I'm gonna go take a walk, guys. I think I'm just gonna go take a walk. Maybe
Okay.
go to Donnic Bucks or something.
Okay.
I'll see y'all later. I just start walking. I'm just gonna take a walk around the city.
Feels weird, right?
Yeah.
It's a bit odd.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go see if anybody, knows my former sailor. If anybody knows Edmund or has seen him recently.
Yeah. Well, I'll be here if you wanna. I don't know, hang out or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Pip. And I walk out.
Yikes.
Okay.
I wouldn't have left if Pip had said that. I'm glad you waited until I left.
Everyone left me. It's fine. It's fine. I have friends. It's fine.
Well
We
then,
hang out all the time.
Oh no.
from there, Riley, we'll go ahead and actually start with you.
Okay.
So as you kind of rush out, whiskey by your side,
Yeah.
and
I think I'm gonna try to go to like whatever. Are any of the taverns open yet?
yeah, absolutely, most of them are.
Great. I'm gonna
Shocking.
go. Well, that's a good place
No,
to
yeah,
ask.
no, of course. Not the Donnic Academy where he went to school.
But why would he go back to school?
You're right. No, 100%.
Why?
Go.
He's
I'm
not
telling
like
you.
a creepy, like a
Go
guy
to
just
the
goes back to the
tavern.
school.
Go to the tavern. That's totally reasonable.
I'm gonna go to I guess let's go to Cogs and what's its face first.
Cogs and Brew?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a straight shot
Okay.
throughout the northern gates of
Great.
Donnic, or
Oh
of
my
the inner
God.
city.
Okay.
And you start traveling, and
Uh-huh.
as you do, people are just kind of looking at you weird, and like a solo girl. You're dressed in kind of like ripped rags. Haven't
They're
really.
not that bad. I'm sorry.
I mean, they're pretty tattered from your transformations and everything, I would imagine. So.
I don't think they get tattered with it, do they?
Well, even if they did, I would imagine Romir and Omalia would give it.
Also, don't
I
you have mending?
I
Also, I
don't
have
no.
mending.
You have
Oh, yeah,
mending.
yeah,
Also,
think
I
about
have taken. I have taken quite a few garments, so I think I'm fine.
That's also fair, yeah.
Which garment are you wearing?
Oh, I think
fancy one.
the romper. Didn't I take a romper?
From H&M. Yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah, hell yeah, you're wearing
It
a
was
romper
from the
for a
from the
whiteboard.
Duke's
From
wife.
the Duke's wife. It was
Oh.
his dead wife. Yeah. That
Okay.
romper.
Well, as you start walking, you get about 100 feet out and you feel fine. It's great.
Cool.
But you start hearing this as whiskey starts to kind of buckle over a little bit and kind of lays down on the ground and starts to kind of writhe in pain a little bit, almost kind of balls up. And
You
as
killed this dog dinner, I swear.
and as whiskey rolls over, you can just barely see. There's like these black veins that kind of stretch down the underside.
I pick whiskey up in my arms and I run back to Pip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. You pick it up and just sprint straight back.
Okay.
He's the dog. He's just a baby. He's just a boy.
As you enter
just
the,
a little guy.
the arcane
Oh,
artifactum,
the Duke's fault.
the
Fuck the Duke.
the front desk lady. Oh, hey, darling, you back? And just run
Yeah.
straight past,
Yeah,
I imagine.
Fully.
Okay.
Pip, and are you at like a table?
Yeah.
Okay,
what
I like
has- oh.
push things out and put whiskey down. Help.
What's,
Help.
What's,
And look.
Royally.
Whiskey has the dark thing. The what we have.
I want to do like a check on this. I'm sorry. I want to do a check on this.
We
Push
paused.
one of Epi. Push one of Epi.
Like
Right?
We
a-
paused the game time.
A medicine check or Arcana?
I'll do Arcana.
Okay.
What are you trying to tell?
If it's like the same thing, because what I'm trying to figure out if it's the same thing, because
Okay, yeah, do
Yeah.
Arcana.
yeah,
Arcana.
this is not great.
Nine.
9.
A 9?
Yeah.
It looks roughly the same. You can tell it stopped spreading once it got into the arcane artifact. But or at least it's not spreading anymore. But it looks similar, maybe?
Did anything happen when you stepped out? So
We were walking, and then I don't know. We got past like 100 feet, and then I was fine, and then Whiskey was like on the floor, like in pain, and the black stuff was like over him and spreading, and it seemed to have like stopped a little bit once we got to you.
Okay. Well, the good news is that he seems fine now. He seems healthy, or at least, I don't know. Is this roughly the size it was outside?
I guess like it's a little bigger, but yeah, it hasn't gotten bigger since we've gotten to you.
Okay. Then, why don't you go over to the front desk and ask to have a vet sent up, because I'm not sure what I can do, but I can try. All right, but I think just really look at me. Look at me. And I put my hand on your. I'm like on a stool. And I put my hand on your shoulder. I need you to go get some help for Whiskey. All right.
Okay.
Go to the front desk and
Okay.
ask them to call a vet.
Okay.
And I cast, as I say this, like my eyes turn blue as this like wave of calmness comes off of me onto you. And I'm gonna bond us for some skill checks.
Oh.
You can use that for anything. It's just
Okay.
once around.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep mine here. And I'll also cast Bless on us as well.
Wow.
Ooh, thank you.
So you can use this for any.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's just attack or saving throw, but I'll let you know later. And then I'm gonna try to pull out. I mean, it's risky because I've already pulled out so much from this artifact, but I'm gonna try to pull out another ring, another circle.
Ring. Okay. Go ahead and just make a tinkering check.
24.
I was like nervous. He's like,
God.
yeah. I was like, all right, so not great. And then,
Can I help?
24.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Hold on.
What, you don't. Oh, does it recharge?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
30.
What?
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You've done this before.
You've done this before. Like 20 minutes ago.
So, like, it's honestly still. I imagine probably at the workbench you were maybe putting it back together.
Yeah,
so,
it was.
like,
That's exactly what I was doing.
Yeah, so it's still like a little bit in pieces. So you just take one more little ring. It is the last one of the rings, and you can kind of affix it, and you make it into that same little, like.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, this is not about me.
Make it into this, like, same little bracelet, but what do you make it into?
Yeah, well, okay. I think this last ring, right? I think it's more of a plate.
Okay.
It's like a solid disc, with some of the gear work in it. I mean, it's an unknown technology, so I imagine that there's some like holes around it.
Okay.
Have you gone already in? Or are you just sitting here?
No, I think as you've started to tinker with it, I probably like walked over to the front desk lady.
Okay, then I'm working on my own thing while that's happening, and I'm trying to prepare another one, calming myself from the frantic approach of Rayleigh. I'm also concerned about my friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And when you approach the front desk lady, well, darling, I don't know what you want me to do here.
Is there a vet in town?
A vet? I mean, we've got healers and there's druids outside the city, but, I mean...
Okay, where can I get a druid?
Oh, I don't know. Outside the city? Maybe you could go to the university if you've got, permit. Well, I imagine you made it into the Arcane Artifactum. You can get into the university, no problem.
Totally reasonable.
I don't like the way you're looking at me right now.
Die.
But also, I'm
Yeah.
gonna need you to get this dog off of my desk. It's getting
It's
hairy.
not-
No, the dog is with that.
Oh shit! Okay, cool. I thought you were still carrying.
No, I'm sorry. And then you said that sweet little lady who wears a doily said, "I mean, you get this dog off my desk." That was her reaction.
Yes.
All right, well,
You
she's the new
have-
big bad.
Been so incredibly unhelpful, and I go back to Pip.
And I am I'm working with some inscription, some like with some like tools to inscribe some runes on this.
Okay.
Royally,
Uh-huh.
Whiskey's doing all right.
Okay.
Well, I have noticed that he's having some trouble breathing, and he's all right. I don't want you to panic, all right?
Okay.
Well, I think that I can't help him with whatever's happening here, but he has stabilized,
Okay.
and I've made, and I pull out the little plate. I've made him a stabilization disc, just like you have and I have and Omaru and Izzy.
Okay.
But it runs the risk of falling off of Whiskey's ankles. So I have I have some string and stuff here. While I'm working on this, would you weave together a collar?
Yeah, sure. Right. Wait, do I need to make it's rope. Do I need to make a
I'd
check?
say it's pretty easy.
Great.
Yeah.
I can tie a knot.
Yeah,
The sailor
the sailor.
can tie a knot. I don't know.
This is a fantasy game, sure. But I feel like we're stretching.
let's-
But this
be
suspension of
logical,
disbelief
guys.
is shattered.
I think as you're making the rope and I'm finishing my inscriptions, I'm just like also I have the inscriptions here as I have a hand on whiskey, and it's like I've taken your hand and put it on whiskey and put my hand on top of yours. As I work on my own, and I'm not saying anything, but I hope you can intuit how much I feel for you.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're done with that.
Okay. I'm done.
I
just made sure I know that.
That's great. I love that.
I thread the disc through the rope and tie it off, and I hand it to you.
Okay.
And it says on one side whiskey, and on the other side there is a charge to write a small inscription of your choosing.
If found, please return.
I knew that's what I was thinking.
This dog is microchipped.
I just constantly parasitic link with it so I know where it is within a mile of me.
Riley, are you gonna be all right if I stay here? I can go with you. It's all right.
No. I think I'm gonna take whiskey back to the Valzarans, and then maybe I don't know, go look for a druid. I don't know. The woman at the front desk was not helpful.
Okay. Well, she lives up here in the fancy place. I don't remember what this is called.
I don't know.
Perhaps there is someone. There that witch we had found. Or there's people here who make things.
Yeah.
Who? So you can find something.
Okay.
I'm here if you need me.
Okay. Thank you, Pip.
Everyone's here if you need them.
Thank you. I give Pip a hug.
And I hold you as long as you need.
I think it's like so much short, but it's like a big squeeze. It's like
Okay, yeah.
like you know when like you have so much and you're just like aggressively squeezing. That's what that is. She probably lifts Pip up a little bit, and puts it back down. She's like, okay, and she puts the collar on whiskey. I don't think she's decided yet what to write on the back. And she takes whiskey in her arms and she's gonna walk to the Valzarans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a pretty decent trek to the Velsarans, but you get there without problem.
Good, because honestly, if somebody was giving us dirty looks, they would have gotten Eldritch Blast. That would have what happened. It would have just been
eaten.
Honestly,
Somewhere in the city, Izzy, a sharp pain in her brain.
Most of the people who do see
I'm
you
standing there with a frappuccino.
they'll look at you, and then they'll be like, "Oh, what is like a 17-year-old girl doing walking around by herself?" And then you're
Why
carrying,
isn't she in school?
and then you're carrying this dog, and then they go, "Oh, okay," and then they just kind of go off about their own way. So,
Move.
but
Bitch, get out the way.
Oh wait, she has a dying dog. Don't talk to her.
That's her problem.
That's her.
Ooh.
I don't want nothing to do with that dog.
That is a conversation you get stuck in.
But as you've been carrying whiskey, you do notice that like his legs are definitely like almost like condensed, almost like the muscles are contracted.
Oh my god.
And like it's spread all the way down to his legs. It doesn't look like it's like hurting him, but he's pretty weak as of right now. But you end up getting just outside the Velzaran's house, and you actually see Romir outside of the house, and he's doing a little bit of work on some of the new renovations. Apparently, one of the actual the what do you call those? The window
hinges.
The shutters.
Shutter. Good
Shutters.
lord!
Yeah.
One of the shutters actually came loose.
Wow,
so.
and Pip didn't catch that.
I asked. I checked.
Wow, sloppy. Getting real sloppy.
I said,
It was-
wow,
hey,
these
it was
renovations,
late.
It was
are they
inside,
good?
but it was
late.
inside.
Yeah,
You
you
check
checked on the
outside.
inside. You checked on the inside, and it was
I'm
late.
bad. I'm a bad person. I'm a bad person. Arrest me. Oh my god. Not about me. Continue.
I go and I bring whiskey to him. I'm like, can I?
Oh, yes. Come. Oh, what happened to this little guy?
So we had this thing that happened to us at the prison, and it made these like black, and Riley shows a little bit of like the black that's on her sternum.
All right, this is a bigger comment. Let me see the dog.
Okay.
Takes the dog and he kind of like goes in and then like sets it down on the couch, covers it with a little blanket, and then sits down and now come sit down and there's more about the prison?
Yeah, what were you saying?
No, continue.
Okay. Well, we had this thing happen, and yeah, we got this as you can see, this black like thing that hurt us, and then Pip has this cool machine. Not really sure, but it like put sand out and whatever, and it helped us and it stopped it. But then we couldn't go within 100 feet, like past each other. Like we had to stay 100 feet, and I had to do math, and it was really hard sometimes when we stayed in there. And then, but Pip just figured out how to let us not stay within 100 feet, and so we were walking, and then Whiskey got the disease too somehow, and I'm not sure how, and
So this disease is contagious, or?
I don't think so, because we also met this guy named Gabe, and he never got it.
Oh well, where's Gabe now?
I'm not sure. The last time we saw him, he was like in a different dimension or something with like with this shadow daddy.
Huh? I feel like there's a lot that I haven't been told. The prison, the shadow daddy.
Anyways, but
dimensions.
The shadow daddy dimension.
No, it's fine. Calm down.
Yeah.
Let me grab you a tea. No, whiskey.
Thank you.
He goes in and he grabs.
She's crazy.
Maybe.
He grabs, and if there was ever a cutout scene of Ramir, he's. And then he compiles himself.
Certifiable.
And then comes back with
There's gonna be more coming, so I'm just gonna let it go for a while.
with a tall
Can we get a close up on that?
Real tears.
But he comes back with a highball just filled with.
Great. I just down it and a go.
Okay, taking a shot of a highball. Got it.
You're meant to sip it.
All right. We'll give you a minute on that. But you say this whatever happened to whiskey.
Yeah.
It's happened to all of you.
Yeah, but not this bad. This was really bad. Ours was just a little bit, and I don't know if because he's smaller that it.
So
it went
so
past
Omaru has this, or
I think so. You know what? I thought he did, but he just keeps everything so under wraps that I'm not 100%. I don't think I've ever.
roll for me, please.
Also they.
They spit.
I've never seen their arm. Their arm just it's fine.
Their arm is already in their
I got a
pocket.
22.
Are you
22?
I have a plus 10 now to
Unfortunately, these
deception.
are gone.
Incredible.
Went further with them.
That's
Take them.
oh yeah.
okay. I don't need it for deception.
I'm sorry.
Well, they have always been pretty to themselves when they want to be.
Yeah.
But-
theirs could be fine by now, to be honest. Like the fact, like I saw it at first, but like theirs could have gone away and mine did it. We don't really talk about it, and I haven't seen it.
Wait, so they had it, and then they didn't?
Yes.
Wait, so that must mean there's a way to reverse it. And he must know. We have to get to Omaru. He could fix whiskey.
Yeah. I was told maybe to find a druid instead.
Well, if you already have the answer, then
I don't.
this isn't a problem at all.
No, I don't know. My dog is injured, and you're asking a lot of questions.
I'm sorry.
and I don't know,
It's just
and my
it's a lot of
accent is
new
gone.
information that's happening all at once, and I just don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. I don't mean to put so much pressure on you.
I'm only 17.
I'm so sorry. Listen, let me tell you a story.
Let me tell you. Shut up. Let me tell you a story.
Big dad energy.
Riley gets a bottle of whiskey, and she's like, okay.
Help yourself.
Yeah.
When Omaru was very young, they went out into the forest and they found this rabbit, and it was injured.
Okay.
It seemed to have been caught in a trap, but Omaru was insistent. Just, you could make it better. They could take care of it, and well, we let them. And honestly, little bugger lasted a while. Skippy, they called it, because well, the leg and it didn't really hop; it more skipped. But it was adorable. But you know, it had its day, and we eventually had to tell Omaru that it missed its family, and that it went back out into the forest and wanted to, you know, meet its family again. But they were sad for a while, and they understood after a while. Sometimes what I'm getting at is understanding what the right thing to do is very hard. And I'm sorry, I'm not very good at these things.
Whiskey's not gonna die.
No, I wasn't implying that. I mean, everything does at some point. I mean, no, it...
Oh, this is a dad.
Yeah.
I am not good at this. Have you ever had a pet before?
Not really. No. I mean, we had I learned how to ride a horse.
Oh, a horse.
We had like dogs for like hunting, but not like they weren't allowed to sleep inside.
Interesting. All right. Well, I'm sure you grew fond of some of these animals. I see you've made a bond with whiskey, obviously. So.
Yeah.
May I ask? I don't want to pry too far, but Omaru and I stayed up a little further past everyone, and he told me more about you, and I know some about Isthmus, obviously. I've known her since she was just a wee pebble, and Pip, I mean, I've been told he's an open book, but Omaru didn't really have too much that he knew to say about you, and I was curious why that is.
There's not much to know.
Well, why not?
I don't know. I spent the past 9 years on a ship.
And the past, how old did you say you were?
17.
8 before that?
I lived on land.
Right. I didn't think you were born in the sea.
Well,
But as much as you might call yourself...
What are you rolling?
Oh, nothing.
oh, nothing.
Nothing.
Evil.
Oh.
My dad's a level 20 paladin.
Surprise.
Excellent. I have a mentor now.
Let's just say that I have a knack for telling those who aren't from the Dragon Skull continent. Let's start with that. Where are you from?
Not here.
Great. That's fine. If you don't want to tell me, I just thought... I don't know. Thought I could help.
I mean, I just don't think my past has much to do with who I am.
I feel like your past has everything to do with who you are. Even if you suppress a past, even if you don't want your past, it still made you who you are and made you commit to the decisions that you made. Now, you might feel that you said you were you lived on the sea.
Yes.
Pirate?
No.
Sailor.
Yes, we were an exposition both that went around to try to find rare and unusual and mythical animals.
Now, see, that's interesting. And what made you pursue that?
Well, I didn't have much of a choice. I guess you could say it was like luck of the draw.
Well, we all have a choice.
I mean, like, it was a happy surprise that is the boat I ended up on.
Now, I don't want to infer things, but am I getting runaway vibes or... Sorry, that might have been too much.
Do you know of a druid who can fix my dog?
Actually, I do.
Great.
And from there, we are going to go ahead and cut back to Pip.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, and we'll talk about it.
You told on me?
I'm
My dad?
sorry. I was not
You got caught up in the
thinking.
moment.
I was in the moment,
Yes,
and
We could tell.
Yes.
In the best way.
Yes. Incredible scene.
Yeah.
That was fine. You're just asking me so many questions.
Now, Pip.
Yeah.
You are in the arcane artifactum. You are at this workbench that you just took the last flux ring out of this artifact, this object that you've been carrying around. Now, as you look around, you see the same visuals, the massive sphere that is being worked on in the air, suspended by magic, slowly swirling, the bustling crowd of different artificers and autognomes and other different types of auto mechanics. And you see that there's not a space where there's not a project being worked on, or that's not filled with some sort of arcane engineer.
I would love to. So put my artifact back together, pick it up, and I have it in like I have like a little holster bag for it, and I put it inside its bag, and then just do a little walk around. I don't know if I'm actually supposed to be here, but it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna walk with confidence, like I am
YOLO.
supposed to be
Hell
here.
yeah. Hell
that
yeah.
dress lady doesn't know anything.
Can you
No.
just sheer curiosity? Can you just roll a deception check?
Sure, I have bless on too.
Or-
actually, does bless do? skill
Or
check?
you can also make a performance check if you would really want to.
Ooh, did I take the proficiency with it? I could have. No, I took persuasion. Deception or performance? It's a performance.
Do a little jig.
Nah, 20? Not natural 20. 20, sorry.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Sorry.
Okay, dirty 20. Yeah, absolutely. You're like,
I was like, why did you look at your sheet?
you're definitely like putting on an air of I'm supposed to be here, and it's very.
Yeah, I'm
believable.
actually channeling. I'm channeling my father.
Okay, wonderful. And as you walk around, you kind of walk around to the left, and first thing you notice is the one artificer that you actually know here, which is Fludor. And you notice he's kind of secluded himself to a little bit of like a back room. He's at a desk and he's scribbling away at something, but you can't quite tell. And just around the bend, you see there's this kind of roped off area with kind of like a crowd that is gathering around it, and there's these kind of booths that are set up alongside it.
My hands behind my back as I'm walking forward, and I am like leading with my nose, almost like leaned forward, my tail balancing me on the other end. And I just sort of like peek my head over like one of the autonomous shoulders to see what's going on back there.
Okay. You see a bunch of these different artificers, and some of them young, some of them very old, just a whole array. And they're all working on some sort of invention, but it seems these are more like they're displaying them. And there's kind of like a desk that is just pushed up against kind of these like ropes that are roping it off from the crowd. And there's 3 people sitting at this desk just watching. And you notice there's little, almost like signs that are on the desk.
Huh.
Top chef, top artificer.
It
So
says,
you
yeah,
think
it
you
says
can
top
artifice?
artificer.
So you think you top artificer?
So I haven't spent much time in human cities and other sort of people, other races' cities, and so I think this is pretty foreign to me. I don't quite know what I'm looking at. I went with my father a few times. It was all like businessy stuff, right? It was like, we're going to the touristy things, and we visit other cities. To the dwarf city, we're gonna do the whatever, we're gonna see the largest forge, and wherever the heck continent I'm from, I remember it's called Terrestria. Thank you,
Yeah.
Terrestria. And so I think I just want to like I have that energy where I like walk right up to the ropes like a tourist to look at the thing, because that's what it's supposed to be. That's obviously what this is. It's a tourist attraction.
Okay. And as you walk up, you walk up right next to this very tall feline figure in this very kind of like ornate kind of gown, and standing there with hands in front, crossed, with a little book in their hand. I don't suppose you're here to join in the science fair, are you?
As I kind of look to the left, look to the right. I'm not sure. Should I?
Well, I don't know. Should you?
Oh.
And then you hear...
Yes. Sorry. Go ahead.
And you hear a small footsteps, and I do believe he should. A special guest we have with us today.
It's Florty Florty.
It's
Which booth would be the best? How about booth number 10? Oh, well, I do believe there's somebody in there. Oh, well, he can just take Connor's place. It's fine.
Oh,
But
Connor.
Connor.
Connor!
Okay. Sure.
Connor is the
All right. I look forward to see what you can do. This is Fludor, by the way.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I was just double
Who says that?
double checking.
It's the Swedish chef.
Okay, sure. All right. As I follow them to Connor's table.
Okay. And as you walk by, you see that what outside was not very, but like pretty segregated, almost like by classes, but you also notice it was mostly like elves and humans.
Uh-huh.
Here, you see everything. There's a bear Antherian that is working on this small little like brick that kind of opens up like and
Whoa.
spins. You see there's this other Tergiborn, but it's
Sorry, what?
but you find this other Tergiborn and it is like this basalt, almost like meteorite looking, dented, very short and kind of like condensed and working on this long tube
Oh.
that kind of folds out into like a sheet.
Ooh.
Maybe they're visiting.
And you see right next to yours a small kobold dressed in a purple tuxedo and with this big bow tie. And it's got a top hat that's on the table that he's very much wearing. And as it turns, I thought I was next to Connor, but I guess I'm gonna have to be next to this furry nitwit instead. And as he turns back around, you notice one of the small little black mustaches that he has on his.
What is he?
One of the small mustaches.
So they're like pencil mustaches.
No. It's one
side-
mustache.
Yeah. Sorry. It's one side.
Yes,
Okay. Is
yeah,
what I
yeah,
Freaking millipede, just like mustache.
But he has this like kind of pencil mustache that is here, and you notice one side of it is just kind of falling off, and he keeps
What?
as he turns back to work on this.
He has performance anxiety.
It looks like almost like an exact replica of him, but mechanical.
Okay. Okay.
Tanner's villains are always so real.
I walk up to this table, to Connor's table, and I think I take the name card and I write.
Where's Connor?
Yeah,
who is Connor?
Where's Connor?
I'm gonna say Connor was late. I'm writing in. I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying
Got
Connor's
stuck
late.
in traffic. He didn't have his permit. He didn't have his fucking
Where's
permit to get into the
Connor?
white building.
And I write in. I don't write in Pip. I write in Tjorvik.
Okay.
Ooh.
As I spin it around.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
As I
What a
see, like,
power
as I
move.
passed, everybody has their name class. So I'm like, wrote mine and I put it on the end.
Okay.
This whole time, I've been trying to be very regal. I've been trying to channel my father, very diplomatic, very charismatic. I've been feeling this wave of calm. I've been trying to access, and then this cold.
You just growled.
I know.
I did. This
You just fucking
cold.
growled,
In
Alex.
fact, Pip growls involuntarily as he puts his hands down, and I kind of scan the materials available to me as I look over at what's his name?
His name you can see is Lars Mogul.
Oh!
Lars Mogul.
Of course.
Okay,
course.
okay. So Lars. I look over at Lars,
Larry.
and
Larry?
I don't say anything to him. I just give him this challenge with my eyes.
And he's working on this, and he's been kind of like looking side to side at the competition, and as he looks over and meets your gaze, oh, you're on.
Sure.
And after he says that, you notice a small boy, maybe about 16, and walks over and,
No.
hey, I just want to let you know this is my booth.
Connor?
Yeah, that's me.
That's all right.
Connor Berg.
That's all
Nice
right.
to meet you.
Tjorvik. Just tell me, Connor, as I look over at what the freaking hell his name is.
Lars.
I forget Lars. Writing that down. Lars. I look over at Lars.
You don't remember how annoying it is?
I look over at Lars, and I kind of
Lars.
smile, a toothy grin. My fangs
Lars.
show as I look back at Connor. I get the vibe that Connor's, like, bad at this.
All you see on the table
No.
is a small confetti volcano, and he has a small box of baking soda that he's coming over with, and he's working my hardest.
You know, Connor, I think
It's a very great
you
demonstration
have
of
quite a bit
scientific-
more in you than you know. So I'm gonna tell you what. As I pull something off the table, I'm not gonna take your place in the competition as I fiddle underneath the table with something. But I do think that you're gonna do so well. You're gonna knock everyone out of this competition. In fact, I think that you're gonna be the top of the class, even better than Lars.
I had to think about it for a second.
I don't know if that's quite the case. These are artificers from all over the world, and I'm just an assistant. But
Connor.
I just
Connor. And I put my hand on his hand, and I give me your hand really quick. I cup the bottom, and I put something in here, and I close his hand. And I'm gonna cast Bless and Warded Bond on him.
okay.
Here you go.
Okay.
Connor's the new Kaiman.
I don't know if this is to help Connor or only to spite Lars.
And
I think no.
So
I
good.
think it's only to spite Lars.
But it's so good.
Connor who?
And I tell him just keep an eye out on that shell there. I'll be around. And I want to scamper away up into the rafters where the lights are.
He's in the catwalk. He's
above
in the
the-
catwalk.
Science above the opera!
Yeah, he's gonna snipe Lars.
Honor at the science fair!
Okay. Do I crush it up and put it in the volcano?
No,
or,
no, no,
like-
no. Just. As I'm walking away, I'm yelling. I'm shouting at him. Just. It's an otter thing. It brings good luck. Just bring it to your ear when you feel nervous. And I'm sorry, you don't have your shield anymore right now. I can enchant it later. I gave him a sending stone.
Oh, okay.
For Connor?
Yes. And I want to climb up into the rafters above Lars and Connor. I want to watch them as they go, and I'm giving instructions to Connor on how to build. I don't know what am I? What are we? What
are you gonna
Oh,
build?
do I know enough about chronomancy to build something to alter to
You should use chronomancy to do a paper shape volcano, buddy.
In reverse.
Oh, and like erupts, and then it comes back.
It blows.
It just keeps going on loop.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think this is a proof of concept, right? I think this is a proof of concept. I want to give him enough confidence that he's doing it, even though I'm using the artifact to do it. And at the same time, I want to slip all of the successes that Lars is doing.
Okay, awesome.
And every time he brings it up to his ear, I want in my best impression to sound like some divine spiritual information that helps guide
And
him
yeah.
towards it. Yeah, it's exactly right. It's the most calm.
You have everything
You've
you
got
need
this,
inside of you.
everything. Yeah, it was,
So
go ahead.
he puts it up to his ear. What does he hear?
Oh, okay. Well, I think at first it's. You've always been better than Lars.
Yeah, I have. That no good little lizard.
Your ear.
You lost it.
Connor has
Give it to me.
it.
Yeah, here you go.
Connor has your other ear.
You've always been better than him.
Yeah, you're right. And you see. All right, wait. I have an idea. And he brings out this large box that, as it kind of mechanically kind of unassembles almost, you see a tiny little spherical automaton.
Uh-huh.
All right. Help me, little buddy. I need it. And it goes and it starts to
turn it on.
Oh, right. He bops it on the head. It bounces to life with tiny little spring legs that a doing, doing, doing that carries itself, and it kind of almost like a slinky kind of goes about the table.
That's very cool.
Okay, is it doing anything well?
Yeah, I mean, it's just helping him with anything
No.
that's asking him.
I reel down my fishing pole and I yank it up and I want to take it and use my other infusion charge to improve it into just a better helper, a better automaton
Sure.
to do the task that I need it to do, which is destroy Lars. And then I reel it back down.
Okay, yeah.
Are you
go ahead
guys
and make
funny?
Go ahead and make another tinkering check.
Yeah.
This is
Okay. The bluff doesn't work for that, but it does work for warded bond. It's,
I'll let you roll. Yeah, roll that again.
you said tinkering check?
Yes.
What? 7, 8, 9, 20. Not natural.
Okay.
What keeps happening today?
Yeah, you having strokes? Yes.
Math is hard.
That's
That's really
hard.
hard.
Okay, yeah. You definitely make this automaton, and it now not instead, but
In fact, I want to draw. Sorry, I want to draw in red chalk, like angry eyes on it,
Oh my god.
with like a smile and like a fang.
yeah,
I love
absolutely.
And it says "fuck you, Lord."
No, I don't think it says that.
No,
but
no,
I do think it says I do think it says like Connor's number 1.
Oh, that's very sweet.
And as it kind of
No,
like
this is for
reels
fun.
down onto the table, it starts to go, and the improvements that you made were little work arms that actually can do things.
Yeah, it's a fucking
Yeah.
slinky. Who designed that?
Connor.
For intricate machinery work.
Yes.
He just got a slinky
He
flop.
had a slinky and it was like robot right in the middle, and that was it.
It's actually just 2 slinkies with a robot in the middle.
Just duct tape on it.
And as he just gets to work, I went ahead and rolled. So I need to roll for bless and this, just as if. for
Yeah, so
every roll.
I don't know why I blessed him, but bless only is saving throws and attack rolls. I just thought he needed
Oh,
it.
Lars is coming for him.
Connor goes over and punches him.
No, the volcano erupts, and that's the attack it lands
Yeah, there you
on.
go, there you
Yeah,
go. He'll be okay when the volcano erupts.
Okay. And
But the warded bond, yes. You roll that d4 and add it to it.
okay, perfect. With that, rolled pretty well.
Yeah.
Lars rolled really well until you slipped everything, and then he rolled a 1, an 8,
Oh.
and a 15.
What
Slip
what
the
did he get?
15.
What did he get? Wait, I'm sorry. I'm lost. What did he actually get? What's the end?
Those were
1,
3 different
8,
rolls.
15 is
Those
3
are just
different
those
rolls.
are the end
He has-
rolls
he has those
after you
3
slipped
rolls.
everything.
Great.
So,
Awesome.
but you hear this bell, ding, and everybody stands back, puts their hands up, and building's over. It is judge time.
Can I
Judge.
I'm gonna do a little pass on his shit and make sure it's good and like it's not gonna embarrass me.
You didn't do anything. But I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna slip my own roll.
Okay.
Oh, it's not better.
Oh.
What? Perception?
Yep.
9 plus 6.
15.
15. It still looks like the almost like paper mache volcano,
Oh no.
but you can tell on the inside there are there are mechanisms in there that may hold a surprise.
Okay, I trust Connor. I don't. I do.
This is when you need Riley to like persuade the judges.
Connor's got it. I believe
Connor's
in
got
Connor.
it.
Connor's
Connor's
number
got
one.
it.
Got it.
Connor's
Connor's number
Did
one.
Connor notice? the
Connor's
improvements to
number
his-
one.
What's up?
Connor's number
Oh wait.
Sorry.
Yeah, you will wait. Connor's number one.
Did Connor notice the improvements to his homunculi?
Not he was like way too focused. He probably noticed it and was like, oh, and then like went right back.
Oh, when'd you get those? Alright.
I don't remember writing that.
Okay.
But as
Your slinky robot might have gained sentience. Oh,
Huh.
and as the
don't.
judges walk down the line, You see there's a lot of... There's 10 different slots. And they all go back to their seats.
Wait,
Do they come and look at?
do they come and look at all of them?
Mm-hmm. They walk down the
Or
line.
are
to
they
look
presented to them?
They walk down the line and are presented as they are walking.
Great. Will you describe
Connor's present?
And Lars?
Connor's
Lars'
and Lars's
presentation.
Connors and Lars?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely I
Right.
can. So they get to Lars first.
Great.
And Lars has his automaton walk up and scan one of the judges. And as it does, it opens up in almost like these like folds, and you see him give you a little smirk. Well, at least give Connor a little smirk. And as it closes, you hear Lars, and he... So, this is the copy kobold. It can scan any biological interference and make you perfect. Make a perfect copy of an individual. Now,
Great.
witness.
Yeah.
And as it opens, it's just this kind of goopy mess of like furry flesh from this bugbear that is roughly about 7 feet tall.
That's
But
that's one of the judges.
yes.
Gravity impact on the judges.
What
Yes.
is,
Oh, okay.
He's casting a spell on the judges.
what does
Sorry.
gravity impact do?
It hurts them.
Oh,
Okay.
I see what you're doing.
And
I don't.
as
I don't.
And you were worried about me.
That's exactly the first thing I thought. I was like, we got through Riley.
can you roll stealth for me while you do that?
Yeah, I
Unscathed.
can.
I trusted
And-
you.
You were the chosen
Yeah.
one.
The chosen one, Pip, my little soldier.
Still, 17.
17?
Good.
Okay. You
Where's my gravity
Gotta
impact?
go.
you make your signs,
Gotta
and
go,
then
guys.
as Lars is like, oh, that's not what was supposed to.
It's intelligence saves, by the way.
Well, for a bunch of artificers?
Okay.
Hey, I got this.
Bold.
I got this.
Bold.
I got this.
Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Fuck it up.
Okay.
Fuck it up.
Okay. Okay.
What numbers?
So we have a 14,
Mm-hmm.
we have
Fail.
a 7, and
Fail.
we've got a 27.
Slip it.
Slip the 27.
God. Remember you used
We've got a
3 slips
24.
on Mars.
Slip it.
Okay.
How many slips do you have?
8.
Okay. Got a 21.
Slip it.
Alex?
Can you slip all these?
I can.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's been keeping count.
Well, I know, but do you have the reactions to do it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Fine. One of them succeeds.
Okay. The reason why he rolls so high is because this is Flador.
Ah. God, that's. Damn it.
He is a
Ludor's one of the
jetpack.
judges?
I hate him.
Got it.
Yeah, there was a reason he wanted to see what Pip could do.
Sure.
He's
And
seen.
you see, he's a little. Flador's
Sorry.
a little
I'm sorry.
uninterested because he notices that you weren't there. So he is kind of walking by and he's muttering
When's the
something under
reveal?
his breath. But then you see 2 of the judges poof, slam into the ground. You see the amalgamation of just like flesh and fur that is this
Oh, God, kill
tiny
it.
condensed bugbear inside of this kind of like machine of metal flaps. Just goes, just gets smashed into like a plate of flesh and metal.
Oh no, no.
And Lars just. What? Just smiles, and the judges just all hold up zeros. And you see some of the other.
This is a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
You see some of the other artificers kind of. They kind of come and like excuse him from the actual show.
He's arrested!
Yes.
Crimes against nature. They're like, you can't.
And then they come to Connor.
You've been deemed unfit.
They come to Connor, and Connor has this little paper mache volcano, and
It's a good project.
It's a great project.
That's a good project.
as he, this is put a lot of work into it. I hope you guys really like it. Beep. And as he pushes his
Actually, for a paper mache volcano,
To have a button?
to have a button that releases the baking soda,
Smart.
we're already starting from a really good place.
We're already on it.
as he
God.
pushes the button, it rips out the paper mache, and you see unfolds all over the table, and it is this giant matter converter. That inside of the volcano, so as you can see here, if you place matter into it, it will melt it down using the actual transmuted lava, or magma, I guess you would say, inside of it to transmute it into a different type of material. You can basically turn anything into anything with this.
Equivalent exchange.
No.
But my companion here, and he points at his little mechanism that I don't know why you drew angry eyes on yourself, but fine by I don't know why you drew angry eyes on yourself.
He's staring at Lars. He's actually not even.
As he walks away.
I got that
Yeah.
with this little spring.
Oh my
He's the car.
That like wacky inflatable arm.
Oh no, we've lost it. Okay.
But my companion here wanted me to make paper mache volcanoes, so I added my own twist on it. I had a little bit of help from just some, I guess you could call it divine inspiration. And
Oh no.
here it is. Wow. It went from so meager, but fair, to so extravagant.
Wow, Connor's the best. Yeah, he should win this competition.
Connor's number one.
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 And then, as Connor steps behind, thank you very much. Again, I hope you liked it. And everybody goes back to their seats.
Do we not see it work?
You did.
What the matter?
What
thing?
matter
Just,
did
he
it?
just kind of opened up. He never did anything.
Yeah.
with
It's-
it.
Yeah. What did he turn into? What?
Oh.
I see.
He was just like, this is what he does. Believe me.
I want to hook.
He
I want to hook on the notes, all of the schematics that
That Lars.
that Lars had on his desk, and I want to throw it into the converter.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I hate him.
As these.
What's his last name?
I don't know. He called me. I don't even remember.
A nitwit.
It was mean.
It was a nitwit.
He was mean.
Yes.
Sure.
I will destroy him.
As the papers. You see. Let's see.
Yeah, do I have to roll to like get it in? Okay. Shit.
What's like a really offensive,
Okay.
like your notes are.
You see Connor sees this out of the corner of his eye, and he starts punching in a bunch of like kind of math, basically, and then and as it comes out as a beautiful tapestry.
Ooh.
And there's nothing actually like woven on it, but it is a beautiful tapestry with kind of like these like silver threads and this kind of like purplish sheen to it.
Wow.
That was last second, but I guess fate just really wanted to see what it did, you know? Well, I was actually gonna
Yeah.
ask what it did to you.
Sorry.
So,
I was called a god today, and I don't know how well that bodes for the rest of this
A
campaign.
god, a kaiman.
Sorry. Yeah. So the. Wow. I am really proud of Connor.
and again, all of the judges sit down, and there's a moment of silence, only filled by the scribbling and writing of papers, until they all simultaneously stand up. Killian Hersine, step forth, and you see the bear and Therian step forth.
Third place.
We grant you third place
Wow.
with your neural reconductor.
Oh,
Oh dear lord.
that was the brick.
What does that mean?
What's up?
The brick that he had is a neural converter.
I totally lied to you. No,
What?
that's the anything oven. I read the wrong one.
Oh.
The anything oven.
Okay.
Yeah.
So an oven.
With your anything oven.
So like
an
an
oven.
easy bake oven?
Nope, just an oven.
So I'll give you a little rundown. When a non-living biological source enters into this oven, it's transmuted into a full meal based on the size and composition, depending on what was inputted.
I'll take one.
Yeah.
And you see he's still
60
eating
minutes.
a turkey leg. So, he steps back. Connor Berg,
Are you kidding
could
me?
you step forth?
Are you kidding
No,
me?
it could be they pick two and then they. Sorry, I'm sure.
I'm so invested in Connor.
Your matter condenser was very, very impressive, I must say. But the ruse of the volcano was not found to be, well, professional, we'll say. But
Wow.
other than that, no flaws here. We wish you would have shown us a little more with what it could do. But, second place, we grant to you.
Oh my
I
god.
swear to fucking God.
You're the one who decided what he could show, Tanner. That was on you.
No, who is first place?
Who is first place?
If it's Lars for that.
That's a
Is
possibility.
it Pip? Do they know it's Pip?
Let's
Keep
find
going,
out.
keep going, keep going. Everyone shut the fuck up. Tanner, talk. Who won? Are you kidding me?
You see a man walk forward. Giuffre Moloch. He steps forward and he's got a little bit of a limp. It's an older man, and you see he's kind of got this like leather that is covering half of his face.
Leather
The
Daddy.
real Phantom of the Opera.
Very Phantom
I
of the
just-
Opera style.
I went Leather Daddy.
Leather Daddy.
And-
Hey, no, that's a real thing. We can't.
And he's dressed in like this kind of like long sleeve white button up with like this vest. But you do see his right arm is completely made of mechanics.
Not hot.
Oh,
Is this like a Bucky Barnes situation? 12.
okay.
Your neural reanimator was absolutely fascinating. The fact that you can place it into any non-living organism and reanimate it and have it reconnect with the last day with any living organism is fantastic. It combines necromancy with class, with artifice. It is a perfect semblance of how spellcraft and artifice meld. We grant you first place and the award of 10,000 credits.
Oh my god.
Credits can only be spent here in Donnic
Oh,
or at any of the Artifactum residents, or you can trade them in here for another 8,000 gold.
the conversion rate's
That
wild.
sucks.
Yeah.
Or you can spend it at the Coggenberg.
Yeah. All the slot machines.
Or you get a free drink at the coffee room.
One
Come on
free
down.
drink.
Just one.
Was there only a first place prize?
Did Connor get anything?
Yeah.
They don't announce it, but yes, they are handing out other
What does
prizes.
it do? What did they say it does?
It reanimates a dead creature, and it can remember its last day
The entire last day.
in
And-
its life.
It can also share that with the any surrounding creature.
Yeah.
That's a cursed
How long
object.
does it stay alive?
As long as it's on its
I
head.
want
That's a
it.
cursed object.
I want it.
Isthmus, make it. You're not here.
I'm not here.
We're not here.
Crawl
I'm at
down.
Donnic Books.
Yep.
Don Bucks.
Don Bucks.
I crawl down from the catwalk, and I'm
Wife is great.
waiting in the wings, and I think I give a toothy grin as what's his face, Connor. As Connor is getting his award, and I give him a little clap. And I like meet his eyes from behind the wings of the theater.
I don't know how you helped, and I mean this was very helpful, and I appreciate it. It is inspiring that you wouldn't just take my place.
No, and
I mean,
it's important for you to know, Connor, that truthfully, everything you did was you. Truthfully.
Thanks.
All I did was help you be a little bit more confident. Help you believe in yourself.
I appreciate it. But I couldn't feel right if I didn't give you some of the reward.
Well, perhaps I'll tell you what, Connor. Why don't we go spend it together? You can take me out for lunch.
All right.
It's very sweet.
Deal. And as you say this, Flador walks up and Connor, that was absolutely excellent.
just hated the fucking paper mache part. So fuck you.
We don't like whimsy.
We don't have fun here, Connor.
I will
We'll
say,
beat that out of you.
No Bill Nye the Science Guy here.
I will say the paper mache I thought was a good touch, but
He was outvoted.
Nexor over there, he's kind of a stickler. And I did notice that
growled again.
I granted you entry and you didn't join in. It's none of my business, but I just was hoping to see what you could do.
Well, it didn't feel quite right. I don't think I'll be here very long, and it seems like an important thing for Connor to be able to do, and for Connor to be able to do.
Okay. Well,
And I'm sorry. I think
For
I
what?
got off on the wrong paw with you. I
Oh.
think that maybe I was a bit hasty.
never mind that. It's fine. I come off a bit strong sometimes. I just when somebody mentions my dad, it's a bit.
You said that you're looking for him up in Teletheron.
Well, we're looking for the cities of Teletheron, but obviously only one's been found, but my dad was looking for a second, and I swear to God he would have found it. He would have found it, but, well, the accident, and you all heard it
And
all
I-
from Adamar.
I turn over to Connor and I say, Connor, do you think another could join us?
Yeah, I guess so.
And I Fludor, right?
Yeah.
Turn back to Fludor, and I say, I have a story to tell you.
All right. And
And
there,
oh,
go ahead.
sorry, I have a story to tell you, and I extend my hand, and that's like my eyes rush with that blue again, as we head off to eat lunch.
Okay. And from there, we're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break. Definitely stick with us. We still have 2 stories to tell.
Yeah.
We'll be right back, guys.
Ooh.
Me again, twice.
Me again.
Lars.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for staying tuned.
Okay.
Hi.
We're just going to
see that.
jump right back into it. And Omaru,
Huh?
Oh.
we're going to go ahead and go to you.
The claws.
What are we doing? I know you said you had some people to visit.
I got some people to go see.
Hopefully not your dad.
No. I saw him yesterday.
This morning.
Yeah. I saw him last night. We're fine. He's cool.
Oh, your dad.
I'm gonna go. No.
Ignore me.
Done.
Go.
Got it. I'm going to the wreckage because I want to see if I can find my old friend Vernell.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. And as you make your way to the wreckage, you get to the kind of like shabby gatehouse that's there. And as you walk through, everything is as you remember. Nothing's really changed. It's still old stone covered in kind of like the mossy greenery, the vines that kind of hang along, kind of overgrown from the forest, the roots that are kind of breaking up the actual pathways. And it's very much like a contrast from the rest of the city, especially the White Ward.
Yeah.
And right as you enter, you can see Helgi tending to the garish gardens, and she kind of looks.
Helgi! Helgi, it's me! I run over to her.
And she puts on her bifocals and just.
Yeah.
Oh, Omaru!
Hi! How are you?
It's so nice to meet you.
Me? Helgi!
Have we met before?
No, we haven't.
Oh,
his name.
Omaru!
Helgi!
Are you here for some plants?
No, I'm actually here. Do you know where Vernell is? Are they around? Is he around?
Oh no.
Vernell?
Yeah, Vernell, yeah.
Nice to meet you!
No. Helgi, I'm here for some plants.
Oh, I can take care of that.
Please. And I let her guide me through some plants. And the name, I'm assuming, changes like 5 more times.
We've established they have the process to get rid of elves
Only
behind
the rich people.
Remember, this is the wreckage, baby.
This is the wreckage. This is the worst part of town.
Yeah.
These are kind of the slums. But you are walked through every single aisle, and she just points out a plant. Here's a plant.
Uh-huh.
Another plant.
Yeah.
Some of the plants she gives like the same name, even though slated on there it is not
Their
the name.
labels, it's not even right with the label.
It is not even right with the labels. And well, thank you for visiting the garden, Vernell.
Of course. You have a great day, okay, Helgi? Come on.
Vernell!
Okay. Have a good one.
You too. And she waddles
What
away.
a sweet old woman.
Waddle.
Llama llama duck.
And as you walk out, then you see the familiar face of Londa as well. Is in her apothecary stand where you went
Where we
to.
went, yeah. Okay,
where
cool.
you went to go get all the ingredients. But further in, you can see the smaller version of the painted temple, the temple to the goddess of the blue for the elves, Lucirida. And as you walk a little further, it's quiet. You don't see anybody in the streets. It's kind of abnormal.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll insight for me.
Insight. You got it. Buster. All right. 13.
Tanner's face.
Okay. Remember that conversation we had?
Yeah. Why insight?
No, that was for another thing. That was for another thing.
Okay.
But I did just beat it.
Oh,
So
you beat my passive.
Excellent. Yes.
so
Sick.
as
Sick.
you
Cool. It's a 24 now. Just putting that
Yeah,
out.
I know.
He
Okay.
knows. We talked about
Okay,
it.
yeah, no,
Cool.
not
Great.
19. So
The one time Tanner decides to use your passive.
He
Yeah.
immediately
He
beats
beats
it.
so
Easily.
Hey, it probably makes sense. Let's find out.
as you walk through and eerily quiet with a 13 insight, it's obviously not normal, but as you're trying to figure out maybe why there's nobody around,
Yeah.
you feel a sharp tip of maybe an arrow
Are you?
at the back of your neck.
Sorry. I was just passing through. I'm looking for someone.
Aren't you a bit too pretty for these parts?
I gotta go.
I guess so.
Do you have the crown on?
Of course I have the crown on.
I guess so.
The arrow
Uh-huh.
unnotches, and you feel kind of like an arm come around your chest as pulls you into kind of like this back hug.
Uh-huh. I grip whatever very strong forearm comes over my chest.
How strong is it? What's their strength?
Wait, what? Yeah. What am I looking at down
What's
here?
their strength?
Well, they are wearing a belt of storm giants.
Oh my
strength,
God.
So it's
So they're juicing. Interesting.
It's a lifting belt. It's for form, okay?
Yeah.
You know, some people just do it naturally.
You're right.
But as they kind of like wrap around you and give you this hug, they turn you around and I can't believe it. It's been what, 5 years?
It's been 5 fucking years.
5 fucking years.
God, how are you? I immediately put my hands on their face. What do they look like? Do they look the same? Different?
They look
Better? Worse?
exactly the same as when you left.
'Cause they're in it.
The kind of this kind of long, almost like sandy blonde hair that's pulled back into kind of like a little pony.
Okay.
And very like sharp features, but like sharp jawline, like perfect, and like bright blue eyes.
Should I roll for hot now, or should I wait till Riley sees it?
Want to?
It's a passive hot of 20 for me, so I can't.
Cool.
19!
Same as Omaru.
Same as Omaru.
They are perfect for each other.
Riley's gonna not know what to do with herself when she sees him.
Okay.
But he just kind of grabs the hand that you've put on his face, and it's been good here, but I have missed you.
I've missed you too. We have so much to catch up on. There's a lot of stuff that happened with me. I'll try to spare you a lot of the like nitty gritty.
Oh no, I want the nitty gritty.
Okay. Well.
But yeah, follow me. The whole crew's waiting for you.
The whole crew.
Whole crew, bitch. And as you walk through, right in front of the chipped dagger, you see there's roughly about 13 different people. Some of them are just like from the wreckage that you recognize, and then most of them are the actual elven company that you used to hold. And they all, hey,
Oh my
Omaru!
god! Oh my god! There you all are, all 13 of you.
I told you they're waiting here for you.
Wow. Oh my god. Well, drinks on for now. Let's get in there, okay?
You bastard. Drinks on me!
Uh,
And they walk in, and as you sit at the bar, you see it's the entire like inside of the bar is chipped up with dagger marks.
Chipped up.
It's chipped up.
Chip and dagger's always chipped up, man.
And there's just dagger marks all over the place, and you see some of them spell out like names and initials, and you do see O plus V.
I don't remember that being up there.
Yeah, me neither.
Pay no mind to that. But anyways, tell me about your travels.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry.
For those at
I
home,
actually can't be here.
Olivia erased a whiteboard thing so hard after that the table fully shook.
Yes.
It was like we were in like a 6.0 earthquake.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that crazy. I think you're exaggerating.
Tell me, there were so many rumors. We heard you went to prison, got caught, and went all the way across Galvera, which, fucking awesome, by the way. But you're a criminal? I said Omaru. No, not a criminal. Troublemaker? Yes. Scoundrel? Of course.
sorry to say, but unfortunately the rumors are true. You're sharing drinks with a criminal now. Is that okay?
Well, all right. I'll drink to that.
God.
Takes a shot and. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I heard that you were in town before this, but I've been very busy trying to take care of the wreckage. We've
Okay.
kind of gathered a larger crew. Some of them are out in the woods as of right now.
Green get-ups?
Actually, yes.
Yeah, ran into them on my way in, actually.
Right. That's how I know you're here.
Oh.
Findel. I don't know if you remember him, but
Jet black hair.
yeah, he was a tiny little folk. But he, I guess saw you out in the woods traveling with a group,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he couldn't recognize you at first. You changed over the years, gotten much, well, different. But
Take the crown off.
I can't. It's grafted to my skull. Much like the choker you have.
Oh my God.
It's cursed. I'm cursed to be this hot forever.
Silliest thing.
I gotta go.
but
Like,
he,
I gotta go in 4 minutes.
Oh my god.
But he made the Etoile hunters leave after he realized it was you. I don't know if you recognized Thorns, he said, but that was Mortho.
Oh, okay.
Right, he's still the leader of the Etoile,
Okay.
but
Good for him. That's great.
he's still an old coot.
Yes.
Not my favorite.
I know. Do you remember that time where we tricked him into thinking he was getting smaller by adding pegs to the bottom of his...
Yes.
We saw the way at the bottom of his stool, so every time he sat at the table, he was lower at the table.
Yes, I don't know how he didn't think that we would run out of leg and he wouldn't notice.
I know.
But it lasted for a
Yeah,
while.
for a very long time.
But, oh my gosh, the good times.
It's a good time. How...
Well, oh, you first.
no. I told you I'm a convict now. So,
Well, I'm
Pretty much it.
what have you been doing? How is everyone here at the wreckage? Or did things...
They're doing great.
Great.
Again, we've brought in some newcomers.
Okay.
Some of the actual elves from Etoile have wanted to come and pay homage to the ruins.
Of course.
But that's the problem we're facing, Omaru. You say you're a criminal now. I can share the sentiment. I got thrown into, I wouldn't say prison, but confinement
Okay.
for about a year. And, well, I've got a record.
For now.
What the?
Tisk for now.
Oh, you were gone for 5 years.
Yeah, tell
Blow
me
it
what
up.
you do 5 years in
Blow
jail,
it
and then we'll talk.
Okay.
What? I'm sorry. That's insensitive of me. What happened? Why did they put you in jail?
It was my doing. But I took the fall. We were investigating in areas that they don't really want you to investigate. Truth is, we're really trying to get back our rights, our access to the ruins, so we can again have our heritage back.
Have they shut you out of the ruins entirely?
No one can get to the ruins except for... Well, this is why it's great that you're back. We've come across a job.
A job.
We've
Okay.
lined up a job, and it seems that fate has brought you back to me. And, well, you see, while we've been trying to get into the ruins, we discovered that only Richter Sovoon, the High Magistrate,
Yeah.
and his second in command, I know you know her very well, Elora Vordescant.
Keep my mother's name out of your fucking mouth.
You say that to the barista.
I'm sorry. I thought you just wanted a macchiato. I'm sorry. Cuts back to Omaru. They're the only ones who are permitted access, and we found out how. They have some sort of adornment, jewelry of some sort. We found out hers is a bracelet.
Okay.
A wrapping snake coiling around her arm.
Okay.
And we found out that Richter's is a ring.
Okay.
With this, they can deactivate the barrier and reactivate it again.
Huh.
And, well, we've been trying to plot a way into each one's manor, but it's hard to get into the White Ward with the ARC troopers all about, especially with the high guard that they have now.
I know. Okay, so let me pick up what you're putting down. You want me, because I'm here, and because I know the vice councilwoman, to try and get her bracelet off of her?
It seems like the best chance. But I will say, if you don't want to do it, I don't want to force you. I know you just got out of Harry's situation, and
Yeah. Look, I have to go to the manor anyway.
right.
I'll see if I can maybe ask. You remember Isthmus, right?
Right, Isthmus. Yeah.
Yeah.
That girl you hang around a lot.
Holy.
Yeah. So Izzy, I'm assuming we'll see her mother at some point. Maybe I can ask if maybe there's another one that I could take, or...
Wait. So you're hanging around her still? I thought she was off on mission.
Oh, no, did the Atwali not tell you? Because the group I'm hanging out with, the group that I'm traveling with, it's Izzy and two other very close friends of mine.
No, they just said heavily armored scary woman. Other younger scary woman.
I was an elf.
And
Remember,
True, that's
I was
true.
an elf.
still portrays young age.
And you're still scary.
And what was it? An otter,
Yeah.
I believe?
Uh-huh.
That's all I got.
Okay.
I hadn't been to the Atwali in
It's
a
okay.
minute.
It's okay. I don't blame you. It's just scary woman in armor would have given it away.
Well, I haven't seen her since she was just a recruit. I mean, I don't know how much she's progressed through the ranks,
Oh.
but...
My God.
Oh, is she like a captain now?
No, but
Oh, all right. Then no big
she's
deal.
incredibly impressive. Honestly, if there are other jobs in the future, we should really heavily consider her. And honestly, with her being a Vortiskad, there's even a possibility that in the future she could open the barrier entirely. Like, maybe this isn't a con. Maybe this
That's-
is just...
What I'm scared of. If you're thinking of involving Izzy in this,
Yeah.
she is a noble. Not just any noble. She is a noble daughter of the High Councilwoman just under the High Magistrate. I can't take that chance. She's... and she's a soldier. They are bred to follow orders. Good soldiers follow orders, and that is just how they work. And we're criminals, Omaru. we just don't fit in with them. They don't mix well. Trust me, I've tried. I would prefer to just keep it you and me. You know, like it used to be.
I know. For now, I really hoped in the 5 years that I was gone that your opinion of some of these people would change. And I get it. And I completely get it. Because you're right. We are different walks of life. The only reason I can get into the White Ward is because I know Izzy. Because we were friends since we were children. And it's not fair to you and the rest of these people, as I like gesture to the rest of the chipped knife, chipped dagger?
Chip dagger.
Chip dagger.
It's a shame that you can't get what's due for you.
That's why we're doing this, Omaru. I can't change my opinion of these people until they change their opinion about us.
But what are you doing changing their opinion by stealing from the High Councilwoman?
I'm getting back what we are owed. Without any sort of pressure, any sort of push, nothing will change. There needs to be a change, Omaru.
Vernell, I just don't want to see you get hurt. If you go out on
You don't have to
your
worry
own,
about me, Omaru. Trust me, I've been taking care of myself for years.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Barkeep, can we get another round?
Yeah, one more, please. I have and then I have to go.
Right, yes. Yes.
You want me to get the bracelet or not?
He takes her hand. Do what you feel is right.
God, those fucking eyes.
And he gives you a little wink.
Oh my god.
I take whatever drink is served to me, and I down it. And I get up, and I walk through the chipped dagger, and I look through the walls, and then like floods of memories come in of like playing games where like the reason a lot of it is chip is because instead of playing darts on a board, they just throw knives at the wall.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just looking and seeing past memories of that before the fateful day that I left for Port Firith. And I get to the door as I'm passing, like some of the other people, like tapping them on the shoulder, giving handshakes, giving people hugs. Dap me up on the way out.
Chest
Yeah. Just very
The
soft.
people's
like,
man.
Kissing babies.
kissing babies. Who is this? It's not Omaru. I'm an enigma.
I contain multitudes.
Yes, I contain multitudes. But I get to the door, and I take one more look back over my shoulder at Vernell to see if he's still watching me leave.
He's facing the bar, but just almost an air of electricity. He turns, and he just looks at you. He gives you a nod.
I think the last thing that happens is I turn to go. I let spit out of my shoulder for a moment as like a scaled dragon sort of like ethereally pops out, and I nuzzle him a little bit as I leave, and then he fades back away.
And as you leave the tavern, Omaru, always a surprise. And he takes his shot.
And then from there, I'm going to the Vortiscan Manor.
Okay. Well, then from there, Isthmus.
No,
Someone call Emily Henry right
No.
now. Emily Henry,
Emily
we
Henry.
need this.
Who is Emily Henry?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This
This
is
is
the
the
time
time
that
where
you know
I
the
know
thing.
something. What? It is. She's a romance writer. She wrote People We Meet on
I see.
Vacation.
Okay,
Funny
okay.
story. Yeah.
Heard. Yeah, I don't read, so it's a really big.
Don't read.
Well, Riley does,
reads.
so-
I read everything.
That's good.
But Isthmus,
No, thank you.
with everyone...
I quit.
So, Alex, can you take over for me?
I will go again. Yeah.
Riley will disguise herself as
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, sure.
But as you...
What's up, Mom? You're low.
Never mind.
Yeah, you really want to leave it in the hands
No,
of
I changed my mind.
As you all disperse, and Isthmus, you are just kind of meandering the familiar streets of the White Horde.
It's just as depressing as it sounds.
Where are you going? Are you heading in the? Are you heading to the familiar council residence? Are you heading towards the Sovun district, or are you heading towards the academy, back towards the Arcane Artifactum?
I truly think she doesn't know. I think she's just walking.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just like I don't even think she's seeing anything. I think she is all in her head. I think she was very excited to get separated from everyone. That was like her first reaction of like, oh yes, we solved this. Like a task was completed. But the fact that the second that happened, Omaru was like, bye, was like, oh, okay. And like, I think she's like, I don't want to be here. There's just like a general like skulky, brooding energy. She definitely gets a drink at Don Buck's. It's just like sipping that as she walks around the city. Uses her points. Haven't done that in a while.
Oh, of course, they've been sitting there for a while.
We've discussed this, right?
It's a
No, you don't. They don't get to know unless they.
They have to watch the Patreon.
No, but for this, it's a matcha frappuccino because it's also green.
Great.
She's like, I earned this.
She just wants a little sweet treat.
Okay. Well, you know what? Since you are just randomly meandering, let's just
do it. Let's do
go
it.
Fate.
Ooh, go Fate.
Go Fate!
Interesting. Okay.
Connor's number one.
As you walk out of the Arcane Artifactum, it's almost as if your feet are just they know where they're heading. It's almost like walking in the steps of a memory, or like it's just natural. And as you look up from just
My
mindlessness,
matcha frappuccino.
from your matcha frappuccino,
I just finished it.
You get a venti, right?
you're back.
Yeah, that's like a normal size for me.
You're back within the council residence.
Ugh.
That's where you see House Donnelly. You see the pond, the wishing pond in the very center. And you see 3 temples that are reserved specifically for the nobility of this area. You see the Temple of the Setting Sun, where they worship Theros, the human sun god. The Painted Temple, a large temple of a elven goddess named Lucirida, what they call the elven goddess of the blue, goddess of the sky and the ocean. And then you see a new temple, and this one has almost like black and white kind of meshed stone that has all been kind of incorporated within each other, almost like puzzle pieces.
Mm.
And you see on the very top there's 2 dragons that look off. One very Western style with quadrupedal, one kind of claw up like this and that long neck with the wings on the back. And one, a dragon you've not really seen before except for in the fairy tales of and the lore of Zemphyria, the Opal Queen. A serpentine type dragon, very Eastern style. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go to the dragons. I just want to look at the statue.
Okay.
It's cool.
And as you walk up to the temple, a man walks out. And he's, come to visit the temple, have you?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Come
why
inside,
not?
come inside.
Okay.
And as you walk inside, you see the chapel itself is very much resembling the exterior, but there's long pews that are kind of in like a V'd motion, or in like a V'd orientation with a, like a statue, but a statuette, that's the word, that is on a podium. Statuette is
Tiny.
Oh.
Got it.
Yeah.
Whittle.
the widow.
A widow statue.
Little guy.
Just, he's just a little guy.
And the statuette is of a dragon with a rider on the back of it,
Ooh.
a sword here. And at the podium, you see there are 2 books laying there. There's only maybe about 4 people in the chapel right now. And there's 3 hanging off to the side, 1 actually praying in the pews, and then as you enter, the man who escorted you in walks behind the podium.
Where are the books?
On the podium.
I look at the pen. I go, do I sit or should I come up there with you? Or
It fully depends on what you want to do.
oh, okay, cool. I go over to the books. Just wasn't sure if I could walk up here.
Oh,
Seems like a stage.
No, it's free reign for everyone. We give everyone a chance to meander through the hymnals and through the lore and the history of Freythax and both Symphira.
I just really like dragons, so I thought it would be cool.
Oh, well, if you like dragons, this is the right place to be. This used to be a temple of Grakmord, but
You know, I was wondering, I lived like right across the street like most of my life, and
Oh.
this was not here last time I was here.
what family do you reign from?
Fortiscant.
Oh,
Can I, we don't have to talk about that. Can I just go look at that book?
yes, of course.
Thank you.
Of course, Lady Vortiskant.
Oh no.
It's okay, we don't need to. Thank
And
you.
he's just
Thank you.
standing
Thank
there,
you.
like he's like standing a little more upright now. And and as you see,
So I can go.
the two books on the podium are also matched by there's 4 books that are on like a back kind of like table.
More than I.
But they are the same books.
Oh,
Yeah, think of this as like Bibles for
a
everyone.
library?
Yeah, like well no, but like
No.
Yeah.
Okay, can I check this out? Can I?
yes, feel free. Yes,
Cool,
of course.
I just grabbed
If you
the.
need anything, let me know.
I don't. Thank you so much. Please, we could just go back to the way we were talking before we talked about my family. That I would appreciate it.
Right, Lady Vortiskant. Right.
Yeah, that tracks. I don't even know why I tried. I grabbed the book and I go. Is there a quiet place that I can go? Like
There
a
are
way?
little side, kind of like confession rooms almost, but not technically confession rooms. It's just more like solace rooms.
Yes,
like-
I would like to go into a solace room,
Okay.
please.
Curtained off.
Yeah, they are curtained off.
Yes,
Yes.
I would like to go into a solace room.
Okay, and as you go off to the left or right side, doesn't really matter too much. You draw
Right.
this. Yeah, you draw this black curtain, and you sit in this just very small, confined space. Maybe.
I actually have both of the books. Yeah, I know you said there were multiple,
Sure.
but I
Yeah,
just wanted to clarify.
there's a black book and a white book.
Okay.
So very telling of Freythax.
Like the
and
bricks, I
Symphira.
see.
So.
It's like a theme.
Okay, which one you crack
No
open?
pictures.
Where's Riley when you need her?
The print is so small. The print is so small and the papers are so thin.
The books are also this thick.
Yeah, of course.
So-
I think I'd do the Opal Queen first. I think I recognize that from like what is going on with Spit and Omaru.
And when you open it up, there's a little piece of paper that is kind of like being used as a bookmark, almost as like a page marker. And as you open it opens up to a small chapter that is called the Guiding Bolt of Victory.
I read it. What's it say?
You read the whole thing?
No. Do you want me to make a check for it? I feel like Izzy tries.
I mean,
What do
you
you
can-
comprehend
I mean,
from it?
Yeah. What do I take from it?
I have full faith that Isthmus can read.
I can read.
But yeah.
Do I? What's my reading comprehension?
Yeah, I was gonna
is the
say, but
question.
it's about reading comprehension and old.
Yeah,
Mm.
and it's
Yeah.
dense. It's like a dense book.
And verily he went.
Yeah. There hasn't been a period for like 3 paragraphs. Like, how is this sentence still going?
Yeah, I mean, if you
It's on
want to,
its
yeah, go
fourth
ahead.
semicolon.
Honestly, just go ahead and roll a wisdom or intelligence save.
Oh, wisdom save.
No.
That's amazing.
My wisdom save is very good.
Okay.
That's
I have
amazing.
proficiency in
Willpower.
Ooh, that's cocked.
Okay.
That's cocked?
Sure.
Sure.
That's fine.
It's cocked. Okay, 18.
18?
Yeah.
Okay, you get a good way through it. I wouldn't say you get through the whole thing, but you get through it and then you're like, all right, cool. The story's kind of dying down. Like,
All right, that was.
I got through the fun stuff.
I get the gist.
Yeah. But
What was it about? What was it about?
basically it tells of a journey of during the war of the resurgence of the Ashen Betrayer, which you would know is Freythax.
Oh.
The
Yeah.
two sides of this, there was a single man who.
Single.
Oh my god.
Oh, it came out.
Sorry, it
Oh,
was
he's
right
single.
there.
Not
It was
alone.
right there.
Oh my god.
There,
God damn it.
it tells of a lone hero that.
Oh, and he's lonely.
All right, now I have it.
Sorry,
But
go ahead.
it tells of a lone hero that struck down one of the last of the great Cathals, the dragons of calamity, the first of their kind, that were erected by Freythax and given agency by him to destroy and restart the world in his image. With this, the very last of these Cathals.
I'm trying to understand. I think I blacked out there. So he was on the side of Freythrax, or he was trying to destroy the world, or
So I was given a little bit of context.
okay.
Yeah. So that was the Ashen, the War of Ashen Resurgence.
Yes.
Right. That is when this takes place. It tells of the last bolt of lightning that was thrown, the single bolt of lightning that was thrown to destroy this last Cathal, and the journey it took through a through a double-V'd mountain, through the forest, over miles and miles of traveled land, through finally a large canyon. And then it cracks into it, shattering the dragon completely.
Why are you guys
Striking
looking at
down,
me? What?
striking down the Calamity Drake, and turning the tides of the Ashen War.
Huh. Boring.
God. So good.
This is irrelevant.
History.
Yeah.
Dragons are cool though. What's the next one?
Oh my god.
The next one, I imagine you probably just flip to the very front.
Yeah.
And the very front tells of the gift that was given to the gods, the new gods of the era, of the ages, by Freythax himself, feasting upon the found heart of the Everdrake. And upon this heart they feasted. They became powered and empowered with this omniscience almost. And then their fall to the great betrayer gods, the demon lords. That's the first chapter.
Am I a Kaiman?
And a god?
Am I a Kaiman god?
Am I a god?
I keep reading. I want to know more about Freythax himself.
Okay. You turn a little bit more into it, and
I want to find a picture.
and
Usually where there's a picture, they're talking about the picture, so I want to find a picture of Freythax so I can
you
read more
turn to the
about
very
See if
back,
he's
and there's a
hot.
picture of the author going.
Of a bike.
But no, you flip.
You know, famously, Jesus Christ is at the back of the book.
He's really good at posing.
And you go through, like, the very beginning. Oh, my God.
Do I need to cut that out?
No, it just needs to be a trigger warning.
You went through, like, the very beginning, and then you kind of flip all the way through the middle, and it tells you of just kind of, like, the meat of the Ashen War, the betrayal of the one great creator, and then it tells of, at the very, very end of the book, it tells of the fall of Freythax. So I'll leave it up to you what part you want to hear.
I don't think I want to hear about the fall. I want to hear about the rise, I guess, like the height of power. Like I want to, what is what's the best thing this guy's ever done?
Okay. So his
Tell me about
height,
the hits.
his height to power, what ended up
He was
happening
the best guy around.
was
Sorry.
upon the creation of the Dragons of Duality, Zempharia and Freythax. They were born into a world that was ravaged by the Everdrake, where the first primordial titans of Galvera, before it was actually Galvera, roamed the earth. So titans and dragons were mortal enemies. And from this, these two drakes that were born were shunned and sent up to the skies. Sent far, far away to a place that titans wouldn't roam. And Freythax had enough of it. So Zempharia went to make an accord with the titans so that dragon kind that they had created and titan kind and their giants that they had created could live in peace and harmony. But in the middle of this accord, Freythax interrupted, seeing there could be no peace between titans. And if they were going to truly shun the dragons, then there can only be dragons.
Oh.
So, makes sense.
They smited down many of the titans, and that is when the Drakethvar Titanus War started. And from there, that was the rise of Freythax. Zempharia didn't want to get involved because how could she fight her brother? But she couldn't fight these titans. She was just making an accord. She didn't want to fight at all. But with the cruelty of the rising of the Cathals and Freythax being this almost lord lost in this hatred and vengeance, she created her own version of these dragons. These dragons who are almost constructed to only see the good in things, and fought against her brother. Combined forces of the Titans and Zempharia's new draconic beings, Zempharia landed the last hint and imprisoned her brother, weakening his Cathals and weakening his chromatic dragons that he had created so long ago.
So Izzy is going to take the exact wrong lesson from this.
What lesson is that?
And that's fucking bitch. Are you kidding? Like, I think she sees the Opal Queen as is this what Omaru's into? Seems very passive. You're only gonna fight the person that ever tried to help you? Incredible. I think she's judging
There's
the
no
Opal
projection.
Queen.
Okay.
There's no projection at all.
What are you talking about? I'm reading a story.
Yeah.
It's a book.
It's a book. What are you talking about?
It's fiction.
It's totally this religion is fucking fiction.
Wow.
I say in the church. No.
And as you read this last part, you hear a... Is everything all right, Lady Vortiscant? You've been in there for 2 hours now.
Reading.
It has not 2 hours?
That's a long history. That's a long
You
history.
read.
And you also read from 2 2 different Bibles.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
that's
So-
right.
And each like paragraph is actually like 40 pages.
Yeah.
And it's like old common, so it's like harder to
Yeah,
read. You know?
yeah.
Oh, this is definitely like ancient Draconic.
Yeah.
Oh
The
But,
gosh,
like-
you have to translate.
No, I can
Can you read Draconic?
Uh-oh.
actually.
We'll say you grab the translated version.
Okay, cool. No fear.
Actually, no. Forget everything I just said.
Zephyr is incredible. Holy shit.
I'm here all week.
Yeah.
Or at least for 2 hours. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got really into this book.
They are interesting, aren't they?
Yeah.
I've read them both many times. I can basically recite them at the moment, but if you'd like to hear more about it,
Can I just ask,
This is all through a curtain, by the way.
you can come in.
Well, I don't know if there's enough room, but And
Okay, I guess I'll walk out.
pulls apart the curtain.
Yeah, I'm like at the curtain. Oh, I thought I was gonna.
Yes,
We can walk out. We can walk. We can
sure,
walk.
yes, yeah, let's go.
yeah.
Okay.
Can I just ask, like, who do you think is right?
Ooh.
Oh, well, that's very contextual, to be honest. If you read both, they both have very compelling arguments on both of their sides. I mean, Freythax was betrayed by almost the world and even his own sister, but
Yeah, some shit. I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
yes, please refrain from
No,
that
yeah.
type of language. I mean, I can make an exception for you, Miss Vortiscat, but
Please stop. It's okay. I actually would prefer you just talk like I'm a normal person.
have I not been talking? Am I
No,
not talking right?
just like you're doing.
Oh.
You're doing so great. You're doing so great. Please continue.
Thank you. That means a lot. The Opal Queen, Symphoria, she has a pure heart, and I mean, a pure heart can lead you astray sometimes, but you could say it's more morally aligned than logically aligned sometimes. Again, they both prove equal in their parts, and it's all up to perspective. That's
So
why we
what's-
share them both.
So what's I mean, I think it is interesting that they have the same church, but like what? I've never seen a church with 2 diametrically opposing ideals in
Oh my god. I knew it.
Break it.
We can glue it back together.
that actually tracks. I just have never seen one church with like completely different views coexisting. So like I guess I'm confused at what the church's place is in all this.
Well, if you think about it, they are the twin dragons of duality.
Yeah.
That is their stated godhood. But at the same time, one story is parallel to the other. They all happen at once. They all coincide each part with each other. So how I've always viewed it is aren't they just one book? They may be 2 different deities, 2 different gods looked
But
upon.
it's like one story.
But it is one story shared from 2 perspectives. So we do not judge or we do not discriminate against who one worships here. So we share the same story, but with both gods equally.
Izzy's trying to wrap her head around the fact that like 2 sides of the story can both be true. And it's just not it's just not connecting. It's like how do you, like but this is what that's what happens, so like someone's wrong. And I think it's slightly like yeah, unfortunately I think Izzy's in a place where she's not taking anything like she should be learning from this and is very much like okay, I was just here for dragons.
Now there's a lesson.
There's like a lesson I gotta figure out. I just did so much reading, and now I gotta learn something. That's
Feel free to take the books. He runs over to the cabinet, and as he does, he opens it up, and there's just stacks on stacks on stacks
Oh my
of just
god.
all different of all the same type of books.
I can't just take this.
Oh no, it's all yours. Don't worry. Give my regards to your mother, please.
Oh.
And it was very nice to meet you, Miss Isthmus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great job. I didn't even ask your name. I'm sorry. What's your name?
Oh, I am DeLorean.
DeLorean. Thank you so much. Thanks. I gotta go, I think. I gotta...
Right. Before you do, would you pay your respects with me?
What?
Just come here.
Just come here.
And
She's like holding the books.
Sorry.
you
That
can
is not
put
the
those down.
energy he gave.
And,
Okay.
and he sets them down on like the podium, and then he stands in front of the dragon statuette, and this is a statuette of what we envision the hero of the story who quelled the calamity of the Dracathvar Titanus. This is what we
Killed that
imagine.
big dragon. The really big guy.
Yes. This is what we have imagined over time.
I
he
was the best
looks
person to
like.
go do this.
This is why Izzy joined the military.
But take my hand. He grabs your hand and he places a hand on the kind of base of this little idol, and he starts to speak in this kind of like broken Draconic. And then he lets go, and don't you feel better?
Do I feel better? Do I feel anything?
Do you?
Do an arcana, yeah.
Do religion.
Do religion. Oh yeah.
Religion
I'm
makes
in a
sense.
fucking church.
Yeah.
Oh.
No!
Do I have advantage because he helped me?
Sorry.
Everything he just said was complete gibberish. You heard the peanuts wah 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 wah, and you just read this book, and now your brain is a little like, and this man has just been a little insufferable.
Yeah. All
And you're
right.
just ready to leave.
He's sorry. Can you give me the line again?
Don't you just feel better, refreshed?
Yes. Sure.
Oh,
Yep.
Great. Well, I hope you'll stop back by.
The eye roll.
And I do hope to see you again. It's Smith.
Yep. I just walk out.
And he goes back up to the podium and he you forgot these.
Oh, I forgot him.
And then and then he walks back up to the podium and he just watches you leave.
Oh God.
There was no one else in this church at all.
There was one person at a pew.
It's like not
They
Sunday.
left because it got awkward.
Also, we didn't say this we didn't say this. It was a nat 1. In case you didn't get it.
Oh,
From the
yeah.
context clues, it was a nat 1.
I
Yeah.
feel like that was clear.
I think the dice speak very clearly.
You know what?
yes.
Somebody could have, and the audience could have rolled a nat 1 on their perception.
What if it was a 20? And I just saw through this whole religion.
Wow.
It's all fiction.
You just fucking red pilled yourself, dude.
But as you walk outside Isthmus with a stack of these hefty fucking books,
God.
you are met with 2 guards. Guards very, very familiar to you, as they are wearing silver armor that portrays a coiled snake, the snake head upon the shoulder with 2 green inlet gems where the eyes should be, and these long pole arms that seem to be almost like powered through arcane electrocution. And then right in the middle, another familiar face, Omalia.
Oh.
I have been sent here to get you, Lady Isthmus. You have been summoned to the Vortiscant Manor, and we are to escort you.
And I'm gonna take it from these guards that I can't refuse.
Try it.
They all turn. The guards kind of make almost like a triangular position from where Omalia is, with you in the
shit.
center, and start walking.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, I knew those. Yeah, that's just.
And from there, Omaru, we'll go back to you.
On my way. Vortiscant man.
You had just gotten to the Vortiscant Manor, and you see Adamar rushing out of the house.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
Just who I wanted to see.
Omaru.
Adamar,
Yes.
how are you?
Great.
Good.
How are you?
I'm great.
Great.
Fantastic.
I love it.
Oh
Can
my
I
God.
please use your library?
I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
Great.
Ooh. Alora is home,
Okay.
so just keep it down. It is a library.
Yeah.
So I imagine you're just gonna want to do some studying, right?
Yeah, of course.
Perfect. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
I just want to read some of the old books that you used
Great,
to
great,
read.
great. Okay, I have to go. Very nice to see you.
Okay.
I'm late. Any?
Can I insight check
Her
that?
very important date.
Yeah.
Where is where do I see him run off to, and two, does he look like he's hiding something?
Go ahead and insight.
He's late
Sure.
again.
Yes. Come on. He's not
My
like
dad
There's
having
a
an affair?
sale at the crab
Is he
shack.
having an affair?
Is my dad
Is he
having
having
an
an affair?
Honestly, I'd get it. I get it.
With
Well,
the like
Understood.
like
dude.
spacey lady from that one.
it's only a 13.
No, it's with
Erotic addict!
no, it's with Londa, the one who like already knew what you wanted. Like,
Hey.
just know my needs.
Actually-
to have
actually
a partner that can anticipate needs.
Actually, yeah, I get it.
Isn't she also
Dad.
really old?
Yeah, she.
Go
Hey.
dad! Go dad!
No,
judge.
no. I just want to be like, yeah, cougar, get it.
Yeah. Honestly, I love
Wanda?
this for him. What do we actually see?
13 insight.
You see, he's carrying a lot of paperwork that has been like shuffled into this little knapsack that he has. And you can see on it there is a council summons. But
Got it.
that is really all you can see
Okay.
from it.
Heard.
As he rushes off,
Oh, okay. All right.
and you make your way into the manor.
Great.
Oh,
Hi.
hello.
Hi, how's it going?
And you would be.
Ah, right.
Wait, who is in front of
What
me?
is this?
This is one of the butlers.
Oh,
Oh,
Would you, which one?
it's not
It's
shit.
not shitty?
It is not shitty.
Great.
Oh.
All right.
If you want his name,
Yeah, what is it?
it's Viron.
Okay.
Theory.
Fury.
I wouldn't know this though.
No.
I go,
Hi. Just gonna get this over with quick. Adamar sent me. I'm using his library.
Right. Do you have written permission or
Written permission
right?
from the husband of the High Councilwoman who gave me clearance to come in and use the library.
Oh my god.
It's not okay because I don't have a piece of paper that says it.
You know, you're right. Second floor. It's the second room
Thank
on
you
the
so
right.
much. I already know.
Okay. Cool. And you head right on up to the to the library. And as you walk in, there's two long tables. Very much nothing has changed from.
all right. You're reading a Bible right now.
I need Jesus! Sweating like a sinner in church.
God damn it.
As you walk into this library, it's again nothing has changed. There's two long tables that kind of span the entire of the room,
Okay.
and there's bookshelves the entire perimeter of the actual room.
Great.
You see that they're all categorized alphabetically, so it's A, B, C, and fourth. And at the
Dewey
very
Decimal.
back, behind a almost like locked gate, is the private collection that only. And it's not like a a gate and then like the bookshelf. It's like almost like a fence
On
keeping.
the book, though.
Yeah, it's like almost just like a grate that's locking out the books.
Okay.
And that is the private collection, and then it rounds right back around.
Cool. I am going to literally pull anything I can find on dragons, on the Opal Queen, if I can find historical text on any of that. Also, I know this wouldn't be Adamar's wheelhouse, but I am looking for specific like spellcrafting text to see if I could find any like connection between some of the ancient draconic and some of the spell casting that is modern today.
Okay. Where are you looking?
I
Again, they're categorized in like.
I'm scanning the original, like the not special books first. I'm hitting like the O's just in case it's by title, which would be wild if you did it by title. You should do it by the last name of the author. But I work in a library.
I always forget this.
Yeah. And I'm going through and I'm trying to find anything that I can find.
Bless you. Bless you.
Bless you.
There's another one.
I say bless you to the space.
Bless you, library.
Bless you, library. Anything on the Opal Queen? I'm searching the main stuff first. If I don't find anything in the main, I will try to search a special collection.
Okay, cool. You don't really find too much on the Opal Queen,
Mm-hmm.
but you do find a lot of books just about dragons in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a lot about kind of like deities and
That's fine.
stuff along those lines. More of stuff that is either still being investigated or discovered, or it is almost like a research library for both Allura and Adamar.
Great. Then the next thing I would do then, if I can't find anything on the Opal Queen, is I want to take some of the texts that are talking about what we've learned about dragons so far and what is to be rediscovered, and then I want to go into Adamar's map library.
Got it.
Maps. Full circle. Full
Circle! We're crazy.
Yeah. And I want to see where the research has been done on the map of Galvera, and then sort of like piecemeal where there has not been research done yet, and sort of like make a mission map for myself to
Got it.
venture to in
Okay.
the future. And if there's nothing, again, if there's still not a lot there, I will try to get into the private collection, but that's what I'm doing.
Okay. You definitely see, just right off the bat, you see a book that says, in the eyes section, investigations.
God, Adamar.
Incredible.
That's why he needed you. You were gone for 5 years.
Yeah.
Completely
It's
treated.
literally
Password,
it's by
password.
a guy named Daniel Rivers. It should be an R. This is ridiculous.
But investigations, dragon behavior.
Got it.
You also see, as you walk further down, many species of dragon.
Mm-hmm.
You see, under the dragon, there be dragons.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I want to hear all of these. I need to hear all of these.
Okay.
Under the dragon.
I'm gonna go alphabetically just for you.
Okay,
yeah.
please and
Under the
thank you.
dragon, there be dragons.
You see, a fable of draconic creatures,
Uh-huh.
bygone ages of ancient kings,
Uh-huh.
Oh, fable
calamitous
A.
creatures of legend,
Mm-hmm.
dynasty of dragons,
Uh-huh.
every species of draconic creature known to man,
Okay.
fabled creatures of Galvera,
Mm.
how to kill a dragon,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
how
God.
to train a dragon, investigations, dragon behavior,
Uh-huh.
jagged pit, home to Warvarad,
Okay.
Jagged little pill. Jagged
killing
little pit.
and taming dragons.
Uh-huh.
You see,
Killing and taming.
you see a large section of the L section that literally just says log, and they are different like journals and logs of different findings, but you do see one that says log an abnormal dragon,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
many species of dragon, like you already found.
Mm-hmm.
You find named legends,
Mm-hmm.
draconic series,
Mm-hmm.
objects, places, and names of dragon history,
Uh-huh.
plunders of the great dragons of Galvera,
Uh-huh.
questions about the Silver Terror.
Uh-huh.
Riding Dragons for Dummies.
Grab that one.
Stalaxid, the Calamity.
Okay.
The Shattered Disaster, Meromium.
Okay.
Under the Dragon, There Be Dragons.
Huh.
Various species of dragonoid creatures.
Okay.
When Dragons Appear.
And what to expect when you're
And what to
expecting
expect
a
when you're
dragon.
expecting a dragon. Thank you.
Okay, everyone, I need everyone at home to know. Tanner tells us how fucking tired he is because he spends all night writing. And I have to believe there was at least a couple of hours just for names of books.
And not only that, but there's at least a handful of days, I'm going to say, of things that were written and never showed
Never.
to us.
And let me tell you, I was like, Tanner, like, you're killing yourself with this episode. Like, what have you been doing?
This.
And then I see this list, and I'm like, Tanner, what
Yeah.
have you been doing?
This is great. This is all to say our DM
Love
commits
your
a
DM.
lot of time.
Love your DM.
Love your DM.
They really
you,
go
guys.
all in.
Explore. Ask for all the names.
The last two are, yes, you can ride a dragon today.
Uh-huh.
And,
It's a pamphlet.
and Z to A, everything about dragons.
Z to A.
Who wrote that fucking book?
Okay, so I'm grabbing the log. I'm grabbing the dragon writing for dummies. I'm gonna save that for a friend of mine. For now.
It's it.
No.
Cut to black screen because she's traveled across the table.
No, I'm mainly focusing on the log and like the stuff about the war.
Okay.
And then again, similarly, if there's like in the log, if there are specific points on the map that I can at least cross out of Galvera that are like, okay, we've done this. Because what I'm aiming for is to find places, and I kind of said this a second ago, finding places where they haven't researched to see if I can find where Spit is from and bring him home.
Okay.
And while we're alone, is there like we're in a manor of a very rich person, someone in very high society. Is there like a person in the corner watching me do all this? Like great.
Not in the library.
Then I have a sneaking suspicion no one really comes in here, and I would think I would know that. So while I'm doing this, I go, all right, for a second, and I let Spit out to just play in the library while I'm researching.
Absolutely.
He's in my house.
I go, okay, here's what you're going to do. You're going to look for every single book that is in the wrong place, and you're going to put it in the right place. Okay? All right.
Starts to run around and just like
know if you
grab
can
random books and just kind of throw them all over the place, and then
Right.
just like go and take this book, put it in this place, and like it's probably not in any order.
Nope.
You probably just put like an A with a C, and like it's all now mismatched.
Great.
Trying.
Fantastic.
He's trying his hardest,
I've-
his
I've
darndest.
organized-
Yeah, I'm surprised he knew what book was. It was great.
I've organized the library by the first letter of the first sentence.
It's not like how Omaru sees the library anyway.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
all disorganized.
It's all disorganized.
But go ahead and give me
Yeah.
a history check.
He's 30.
Yeah.
Okay. Where the fuck is my history? There it is.
Taming and killing dragons still gets me. It's like, what?
The Shattered Disaster?
The Shattered Disaster.
Is he? Oh!
Oh no.
No.
Oh no. It's a natural one.
Okay.
Remember that one episode?
I think
But
the
his
way
passive intelligence.
I think the way that this manifests itself is I'm reading and I'm reading and I'm reading and I'm spending hours of time and I'm looking at like the small scribblings of an area of Vardenterol and I'm trying to confer it with the map, and I realize that like Adamar has searched high and low in Vardenterol. Nothing in Vardenterol is going to be the answer, and that just leaves me dejected because I thought I was so close. And then I just sit and I just start to flip through the log lazily, and any other book that's in front of me. Whatever Spit brings me, I'll pick up and read.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Spit brings you a book on how to bake the best macarons.
No.
And as you flip your first page,
Butter.
you get a familiar feeling. That almost like itch, that pulling in the back of your neck.
Oh.
That same feeling you got down in the cave.
Yeah.
in class drinks of clairvoyance. And it's pulling you back towards the gated books.
I pick up the macaroon book and I walk with it.
Okay.
I continue to read, but I feel the feeling. I snap it shut. Okay. And is there like a lock, like a master lock situation on it? Or is
So the gates are like to each bookcase.
Okay, heard.
And they kind of open up to like allow you access.
Okay.
But as you kind of walk through, get stronger and stronger and stronger until you get to the very end bookcase that is locked. And it's pressing. Something is in here.
I look for the lock. Is there still a lock on it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna try and. I take the macaron book. It's still in there. Okay, it's big. It's a big macaron book. This is important.
It's in the shape of a macaron.
It's in the shape of a macaron. It folds out into giant pictures. Izzy would love it.
It's actually my book.
It's signed on the back. This belongs to Izzy.
And it's like childhood writing.
That's why you.
And I'm
love it so much.
gonna take this book and try to break the lock instead of trying to pick it.
Okay.
Wow.
Go ahead
Fucking
and
God.
make an attack roll
Okay.
with an improvised weapon.
Okay. What am I rolling for that? Strong?
So just make, yes.
Strong.
Yeah, without proficiency.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on.
Ooh.
16.
16.
Yeah.
It's
It's a negative one. It's a negative one to strength.
Nice. You take this book and you almost like, how do you do it?
I break it.
Yep.
I take it. And I go,
Izzy's
I'm
book.
so sorry. And I just slam down as hard as I can with the spine.
Okay.
Not with the fucking leaf side.
Yeah.
Never. But
That would make you a monster.
it would make me a monster. Just like dog earring makes you a monster. And I break it as hard as I can. What?
A book.
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh,
we'll talk about it in the table talk, I guess. I just slam down as hard as I can, and I'm assuming it breaks and swings open.
Yeah. And you basically like rip the spine off of this book.
Oh, fuck.
And the pages just kind of... Isthmus, as you're being escorted, you feel
A great pain.
a great pain.
This is having a lot of clairvoyance
Yeah.
of the world
You're
today.
in my city.
But the gate swings open.
Message.
Okay.
And you hover your hand. And as you do, you go back and there, right there.
No, I pull out the book that's there.
You pull out two books
2 books, great.
right next to each other.
Uh-huh.
As you do, you pull out a log,
Uh-huh.
and it is the ending log for an abnormal dragon.
Got it.
Log 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also pull out a book that doesn't have any title or anything.
Okay.
Nothing on the spine, nothing on the back, nothing on the front. When you open it up, go ahead and just give me raw intelligence real quick.
Raw intelligence.
Raw.
Raw.
Going in raw.
Don't.
Sorry.
Don't.
You set it
That's
up.
Cocked,
Yeah.
it's cocked.
Oh.
Calm yourself. It's almost a 1
It's
again.
almost a
It's only a 9
Okay.
for raw intelligence.
Nothing in this seems legible. There's only one thing that you can tell from this book. That it's elven letters.
Elven letters, and I can't read it.
Can't read it.
Bad handwriting.
Bad handwriting.
Chicken scratch.
Just
Does
choose
it look like it's written or printed?
Some of it's written, some of it's printed.
Okay. Luckily, I can't read you, but I know someone who can. And I'll take that and I'll shove it into my bag, and I'll take the log and I'll begin to read it.
Okay. As you read the log says, "We've captured the creature.
Okay.
I don't stop reading. So
One sentence, that's it. I was
we captured the creature. Yes.
And then it's 95 pages that are blank.
No, it's just one word per page.
Oh my god.
And a bunch of periods.
It's like those blue books you wrote
Yep.
in college.
Yeah. But it says, we've captured the creature.
Mm-hmm.
We're preparing it for transport
Uh-huh.
towards Port Varda. The creature is a marvel. We thought it only myth, but it seems this is a direct descendant of one of the great gods. Or at least we hope. Now, if we can channel power from this god through the direct descendant, maybe, just maybe, we can control it. End note. A few pages in. P.S. I love you. A few pages in.
Uh-huh.
We can't control it. It's too strong and won't succumb to any of our magic or poison. We've had to weaken it severely, and it seems the only thing that has actually worked on it is disease. We have given it an illness, and it's calmed it down for now. No telling how it will truly affect the beast, but it's not killing our men anymore. End note. Flip through.
Mm-hmm.
The beast has gotten worse. It is ready for transport again, but I think it's only good for parts at this point.
Oh no.
We can at least sample its genetic code and maybe hope to recreate it via some sort of cloning or maybe simulacrum if we can find some sort of mage that is strong enough. But that's in the works already. As for now, we have the tamers taking care of them at the port. They'll be taken off land in about 2 days. Flip through. We've found an egg. As we've traveled back to where we found this dragon,
Yeah.
we've procured it safely, but it seems it was alive, though not hatched. Strange. We couldn't even touch it. We had to get some of the artifice from the city. Now, we have it. Under lock and key. Secured. This is one of our greatest assets. We must not lose it. This may be our only hope towards procuring the power of the Opal Queen. End note. Flipping through the pages. The first word you see in all caps, motherfucker! Someone has intervened in our plans.
An official logbook,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
They just write down everything. They're like, here's all of our nasty plans.
The
Massive lad.
Nasty little plan.
God damn it.
The dragon is dead. The temporary holding pens for these creatures, these fabled creatures, have been destroyed.
Did I do that?
Apparently, a young human has interfered with our plans and disappeared. But we know where he's at.
Dang. I crossed it out right.
Don't incriminate yourself.
Omaru was here.
They took a pendant, the transport pendant, to where the egg is being held. We don't know how he figured out where the egg was, but I know.
I know. I'm just fucking around.
But They've taken it.
Mm-hmm.
But we've sent guards. We've apprehended them. Where the egg is at, we still don't know. Investigations are being held. Top priority. End note. And there's a few more pages throughout that about the investigations of where this egg has gone, but fruitless investigations.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the
I know
one.
there's a lot of information.
No. This is great. You're perfect. The one question I have, and then I'm happy to turn this to continue on from this, is it's a log in Adamar's library.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I recognize his handwriting?
It's not his.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah, that honestly,
It's
yeah.
still risky. And
Still risky because it's in his library, which means he knows it's there.
it's
Wow.
Does he?
Does he?
I would venture to say the library is one of the only things that he cares about. He cares enough to put it. Potion of mind or anything.
How shitty of you, shitty.
How shitty to do that. I think cogs are moving on Omaru's head as they're just taking this. But I take that book and I stow it away as well. And then I think I just put my back to the shelf and I sit on the floor.
And as you do, you hear footsteps going down the hall and stop. Just kind of catty corner to the hall where the stairs would be. And Isthmus, we'll go to you. As you're taken from this chapel of the twin dragons of duality, the guards take you through this silver archway, very familiar, into a fenced, looming topiary garden, where it seems to fan out like a maze that you and both Omaru would play in and get lost in all the time, but it seems more menacing now as these large topiary bushes stare down at you, seeming to just stare into your soul. The topiary bushes that are carved in the images of serpents and dragons all along this one linear path straight to the door. At the front entrance, there's two large pillars with serpentine vines that stretch up the columns and kind of hang about the entirety of this kind of like looming, almost like loft. And as you approach the doors, the guards step to the side. Omalia steps to the side of the door and opens it. Now, Isthmus, do you step inside?
Yeah, I don't have a choice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you step inside, an all too familiar figure stands, awaiting your arrival at the top of the grand staircase, this kind of spiraling staircase of the Vortiskant Manor. A sleek, slender woman with long blonde hair, dressed in an elegant dark purple dress with a silver bracelet around her wrist, coiled like a snake. Her features are sharp, but her blue eyes even sharper. Hello, Isthmus. It's nice to see you again. Didn't stop to say hello, I see. She begins to walk slowly down the stairs, still running amok throughout the city, as if nothing's changed. Oh, I did miss my daughter. Did you learn a lot on your trip?
Yes.
Good. I also see you've made acquaintances. She walks a little further. Well, It would have been grand to meet them all. But we must begin preparing, Isthmus. And she arrives at the very bottom of the staircase. She holds out both of her hands. Aren't you beautiful? Now.
Sorry, excuse me. Preparing for what?
Oh, well, we need to celebrate your arrival, of course. I'm preparing a grand ball right here in the Vortiskant Manor. Everyone will be invited. Your friends, the whole council, the nobles you've gotten to know, well, everyone of importance, especially the High Magistrate, will be there as well. So, best behavior as always. But the biggest part is we welcome my little gem back to the city properly. Do take my hand, Isthmus. I would love to hear all about your adventure. Come. Follow me.
I think she just walks next to her, but she doesn't take her hand.
I'm so excited to hear what you've accomplished. And for this celebration. And as you get to the top of the staircase, this is when, Omaru, you can hear the footsteps.
Okay.
Not just one pair, but two pairs of footsteps walking up. The door to what you would know is the first story lounge with a lounge slash office where there's kind of like a semicircle couch off to the side and a large maple desk that is set towards the end of the room. And there's a large ovular window, stained glass, purples and blues, you know, your mother's favorite. She goes, sit, be comfortable. I'm sure your journey must have been grueling. But you're home now, so relax and tell me. As she crests the edge of her desk and rounds it, her hands behind her back, clasped. She stares directly out the window, looking over the entirety of the residential district of the council nobles. What exactly happened at Polefemo?
There was an attack, and we escaped.
Well, I know that, dear. But what exactly happened, Isthmus? And she turns and just shoots you a little bit of an eye shot. Elaborate. Can you make a wisdom save for me?
You have
Great.
really good
That was
wisdom.
amazing. Oh,
You
sorry.
have really good wisdom. You can do this.
You can do this. I believe in you.
16.
Can I help from afar?
I hear all of that, right?
You can hear all of this. Now, it's very faint at first, and you can hear the muffled whispers, but you know this is Alora and this is Isthmus.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to press closer?
Like, get closer to the conversation to fully hear it?
Yeah.
If you just head to the corner and just kind of press yourself down against like the bookshelf, just kind of lean against it, you can hear everything clearly.
Perfect.
Especially with your 24
It comes in handy for moments like these.
Yes.
I unfortunately tell her everything. I give a full. It's Izzy almost snaps to attention. and just like gives a full report. Like almost like this is a weird reference, but you know in Westworld where they're like diagnostic?
Yeah.
It's very much
yeah,
like that
yeah.
where it's like this is what happened. And I tell her everything. I spare no detail.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
Oh.
A artifact, you say? Didn't know that. That's quite interesting. And you say you have a mark, some sort of affliction. Also interesting. Well, knowledge is power.
Since you know, I had a few questions that I would like to ask.
Oh, yes, of course, dear. But answer mine first.
I feel like
Be patient.
Oh my god.
I see you've reconnected with the young Velsaran child. Yes, I did hope these days were behind you, but as I stated, it's as if nothing has changed. And you're a big girl now. Not my little gem as you used to be. But even a big girl should know her standings. And it's not with that of the simple Isthmus. You were meant to be more than just one squabbling around with the alley urchins. Trouble's all you will find with their kind, which should be apparent to you now. Especially with all that you've told me. Omaru? Not just in a prison, but a maximum security prison, famed for being one of the most impenetrable fortresses in all of Galvera.
yeah, it's astonishing how they got there.
Do not interrupt me, child. I see you've refused to accept growing up and opening your eyes. She turns to look at you directly. Still standing in front of that window, hands behind her back. When will this behavior change, Isthmus? You know what you are. You are beautiful. You are mine. Can't you see that? You are so much more than what you present yourself as. And until you reconcile with that, we must start over. She turns yet again. Go ahead. Ask your questions.
How... Why was Omaru there? And before you say that you don't know, I know you know. You know everything.
Well, of course I do.
So then why were they there?
Because they're a criminal, honey. They've done deeds.
Stop. I'm sorry.
They've done things that I cannot digress to you.
5 years in a prison awaiting a trial? What did they
Yes.
do?
Again, I cannot divest these answers to you, but I'm sure you already know. You have been traveling with them, have you not? They would be completely honest with you. Oh, unless they wouldn't. But the standings are that they have not been taught the civilities that we have. They are a criminal through and through.
Then why do you want them at your ball? I don't understand why you're acting like this behind closed doors and then letting them...
Well, of course, because as much as they tamper with your upbringing, they are still your friends, your companions, your... Let's call them actually acquaintances. But...
Let's call them friends.
It's what makes you happy, Isthmus. And I can't have you unhappy at your own celebration.
No, this is the first time that I'm hearing that my happiness is of any significance.
You scar me, daughter. I have done everything to ensure that your life is as easy and plentiful as I can possibly make it. You are my shining gem, Isthmus.
You think living with you is easy? You think anything you've put me through is easy?
Calm. Wisdom save.
Come on, hit that nat 20.
You
Hit
got
that
it.
nat 20. Hit that nat 20.
Oh, that's not a nat 20.
7. She immediately goes.
I see your years with training with that mentor of yours has done you no good. Again, wasted effort, Isthmus. Why did I expend all of these resources, everything for you, Isthmus, just for you to return and have learned nothing?
I think you'll find I've learned a lot. I don't think you like what I've learned.
I think you've grown in ways, not in ways that benefit you, but
Not in ways that benefit you.
you will watch your tone with me, young lady.
You will watch yourself.
She turns. Isthmus.
I didn't come back here to be lectured by you. I didn't want to come back here at all. I didn't want any of this. I left for a reason. You've done nothing but manipulate me since I've walked in this door, and I am tired of being manipulated by you.
I have done nothing. I have only answered questions and posed questions. You are free to walk out here if you would like.
Really, with the guards at the door, I'm free to walk out of here.
The guards were merely meant for your safety. And Omalia was meant for a familiar face. I know how much you love the Velzarin child and that family
Yes,
so
I do.
much. Which is why I allow you to keep visiting them. Though, as I have stated, they are below your standing. But if you enjoy it, if it is nurturing to you, then I allow it. Now, Isthmus, is there anything further you would like to say? Maybe something not jumping down my throat for?
Well, when, you give me that constraint, I guess I really don't have anything to say to you.
All right.
What are...
She just stands there at the window.
Please do not use anything I have said today as a way to hurt people I care about.
You wound me more. Why would I hurt someone you care about?
Because I think you already did. and I think I just fixed it.
Oh. Please do elaborate. I guess I don't understand exactly.
You knew
your
where they
meaning.
were. You knew where they were, and you didn't get them out, and you didn't help them, and you did nothing to help them, and you didn't tell me, and you let me live 5 years without knowing what was going on until I went and found them, and...
Isthmus, do I need to make you calm again? Now, listen to me. Yes, I investigated, and I investigated at the behest of my handmaiden, of the Velzarin man. And this is what I found in my investigations. They committed a crime. They were brought to Palefamo, and they were imprisoned there. My hands are tied in those affairs.
And we just skip a trial?
My hands were tied, Isthmus. I cannot get in the middle of political affairs with Wyverden, the dwarven capital of Torthis. These are not things that I can just meddle in freely. I may have a semblance of power, but that power only reaches so far, my dear.
Shocking to hear you admit that.
I can be humble.
It makes a lot of sense, actually, that you wouldn't have been able to do anything. Because why would I also be detained in that prison? I guess you have no idea why I got there and suddenly they were holding me against my will. I guess you wouldn't know anything about people wanting to kidnap me and sell me. I guess you wouldn't know anything about the fact that within 5 minutes of me being in that prison, there was a huge attack that killed everyone. I guess your power doesn't extend that far to protect your little gem.
No. That's why I hired your useless mentor. Your stationing was not my doing, daughter. That must have been, what was her name, Bartil? Your mentor is too headstrong, witless. Now, while she may be some sort of hero in the eyes of a soldier, she's too headstrong to understand you're just a child. A child still in need of learning.
I'm not a child.
What matters is you are safe. I will have words, however, with that blonde, armored buffoon. There must be consequences for such rash decision-making.
No, that's...
Was she not the one who ordered you to go there? Was she not the one who entrusted that you would be safe at a prison where... How did you state it? That within 5 minutes of being there was completely overtaken? Was that not her call? And for these...
No,
for these people who are seeking you, she can't protect you from those? She can't do the one thing, the single missive that I have been paying her for? Yes, she may have been chosen by you. Yes, she may have been there for you at the academy. But I pay her to keep you safe. Because Isthmus, whether you believe it or not, you are the most important thing to me. You are my prize gem. I do not just celebrate for nothing. I celebrate for only those who deserve it. Now, some villains in this world have reasons. Some yet wield motives unsightly to most. And, my love, you're a special girl. Not just because you are Tergi-born, but you're one of a kind, dear. You don't understand this?
How am I so special? Other than just being in your house.
Special enough that when I found you alone in the woods of the Varden Scalus, crying on a stump of a tree. Yes, I know you remember this. I took you by the hand, myself, back to our carriage, and Adamar and I both made the decision. From that day forth, you are to be part of our family. Now, if our family has not been what you've desired, I'm sorry. We've only done what we thought best to make you the best that you can be.
I'm sorry that wasn't good enough.
I'm sorry as well. But this world is cruel. People are insidious. I understand the hatred and resentment you wield in your heart. It's just yet another way the pattern is laid out.
Insight?
Go for it.
This is heavy.
I got fingers.
Oh.
Yes. 22.
22?
Yeah.
Your mother has never talked about the pattern before. It's never concerned her. Why would the pattern have to affect with her political affairs?
Okay. I would, it's fucking circles, man. It's fucking circles. I would like to casually as Izzy can manage it, or at least in the same tone that she's been taking, like no change.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to be like, oh, I'm sorry, did you say the pattern? Tell me more. And I'd like to subtle spell command.
Okay. Command is one word. So go ahead and choose a word that you think
Do
would
tell.
Try to use the same one she did.
About the
Elaborate.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. Omaru's on the other side of the door.
It's a message.
I was just
yeah.
about to say.
Do you really?
I'm gonna roll for
Yeah,
it.
it's okay.
I'm gonna
No.
roll for it.
Nope. That one!
I'm terrified on the other side of the wall.
She would know.
Yeah.
I do like the pattern. Elaborate.
She has to roll a wisdom save.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm curious what our plus to wisdom
Yeah,
is.
I don't even want to know.
Okay. What's your DC?
What'd you roll?
23.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
God. What does she have? I'm so cute.
But it was subtle spell. It was subtle
Yeah,
spell.
what did you
It was subtle spell.
It was subtle spell. No,
What
that's
did you
totally
roll?
fine. What?
What did you actually roll? It was on the die.
Because they know her modifier.
Elaborate.
Oh, well then, yeah.
Hey,
Roll.
Elaborate. No, I'm just kidding.
But,
Almost an 18.
oh, just the pattern. Just what everything is comprised of. You should know this from your studies, Isthmus. Oh, that's right. That was never your strong suit.
Oh my
Great.
god.
Damn.
That's fine. That's why we have tutors. And that's why I gave you everything I could at my disposal to make you the best you could, as I've said before.
I think it's important that we have an understanding that I won't be staying.
I didn't think you would. You're a grown woman. You wouldn't want to stay in your childhood room. You'd want to stay here. But
Then why are you throwing a ball? Why can't I just go with no fuss and it's like I was never here?
call it selfishness.
Okay.
Maybe I just wanted to see my daughter and knew she wouldn't come to see me. So, if that's
Well, don't that just say it all?
if that's what gets it by, then
It's interesting that you just wanted to see me, and yet you need to make sure that everyone else sees you seeing me.
she doesn't retort.
Speechless.
Got it.
I will play along with this. Just another circus of a ball on one condition.
Name it.
I would like to get a pardon for not only Omaru, but for the rest of my party. Especially because there is no prison for them to go back to. And I think they've suffered plenty for whatever crimes they may or may not have committed.
For you, Isthmus, anything. I will do my best.
Issy for a second was like, is my mom dead?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
All in my head.
Thought that was gonna be a harder sell.
I will do what I can. I know they're important to you. I'm afraid, as I've stated, when it comes to the Wyverdin government, let's just say dwarves can be stubborn. It will require a lot of strings to be pulled to undo the fate of criminals. Luckily, you're not a criminal. But I will do what I can.
Thank you.
Now, I believe we have affairs to tend to. We should get ready for the ball.
I want my friends to be given highest honors at the ball. And they should be seated at our table.
Now, Isthmus, don't ask too much.
Please.
She rounds the table once more and begins to walk towards the door.
I absolutely flinch as she comes near me.
And she turns. I love you, little gem.
Fuck. I'm gonna roll. I actually don't know if she says it or not.
It's such a bad result for choosing.
No, but it is on the side. It is on one side of it. I think she quietly says, I love you, Mother.
She then opens the door and walks out.
Izzy starts to have a panic attack. Izzy, like, the whole facade that she was holding up before absolutely breaks down and is like, she suddenly is way too claustrophobic in this room and is kind of getting flashbacks from the prison when she got stuck there and is like not well. And I think she, is there another door that my mother didn't just go through? Fuck. I go out the window.
Omaru,
Uh,
you do hear the door shut,
okay.
and one pair of footsteps walk away and down the stairs.
I will send a message, hoping it's reaching Isthmus. I just go, Izzy. It's me, Omaru.
Yeah. Yeah. What? What?
We should go meet at the dock.
Okay, where are you?
There's a lot to talk about.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Do I? No, it's message. Do you have to say it out loud
You
with
have
message?
to say it out loud.
It's
but
like a whisper.
Oh yeah. it's like that double.
Yeah.
I hear you in my head and I hear you. That's...
Hey, so I go, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why? Yeah. What? What?
Okay.
Okay. The dock?
The dock.
Okay.
Okay. I'm hanging up now.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. And as you exit the manor, Isthmus, you take a moment to yourself, steel yourself, and do you just head straight to the dock?
Do we just want...
I
It doesn't
think-
have to.
Honestly, a little bit. I think hearing where Alora walked out, I walk the opposite direction and walk out that door.
Okay.
Because I definitely don't want to be caught in that fucking manor by myself by her.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
You know.
Okay. Working out close.
So nice.
Why?
Out of
She's
respect, you know.
I would have
She's
a
so
great
nice.
conversation with her.
I'm sure you would.
Actually, I bet
We'd
you
be
would.
besties.
We'll be besties.
Oh,
She's
shit.
probably going to the Dawn Bucks anyway. I think I walk out and I see you across the white ward on like opposite sides of your manor.
Yeah.
And I walk to you and meet you as we walk together to the dock.
Yeah. I'm very out of it.
So am I.
Okay. I would say walk in silence.
I think we walk in silence till we get to the dock.
Okay. You walk in
Yeah.
silence, and it's as if the entire air changes. The sun is setting, and it's just the city. As if nothing ever happened.
Long day.
Yeah, I kind of just walked around.
Yeah?
Yeah, what'd you do?
Pretty much the same. I went to visit my friend Vernell in the wreckage. They miss you. They all do. But he misses you the most.
Inside.
Is it a nat 20?
It's a nat
What?
one.
Mind
This is a bad
mentally
day for you.
destroyed
Just
from previous
flattered.
A lot of
conversation.
nat ones this session. And I continue and I go, listen, we don't have to talk about it, but I was in your father's library when you were with your mom.
I didn't want to tell her.
I know.
I mean, she's gonna find out anyway, whether she found out
Very
from me
possible
or.
she already knew.
Yeah, all the intricate details. Did I tell her about the dragon?
You told her?
Everything. I
Was
listened
it
to you tell her
everything just
everything.
at the prison or from our whole travel?
What do you think?
I think it's everything.
Okay. everything.
I think
you
Alora
it's
knows everything.
I think it's everything about Riley. I think it's everything about Pip and the artifact. I think it's every single thing that has ever happened to us as a group. She said elaborate. And
Gabe
Izzy's
and
a
your
certified
kiss?
yapper.
Gabe and your kiss.
Did I tell her about Gabe? Fuck!
You said everything. What I fully thought, Tanner, the question that she posed was, "Tell me about the prison."
Polyphemo, yeah. That
Tell
is
me about
technically what
Polyphemo.
happened.
He
So-
did.
No, he
she
said
did,
elaborate
she
was
did,
the
That was the context,
was-
but
Mhm.
I think the spell
spell is what did it.
is you just said elaborate,
Yeah.
and in order to elaborate,
Yeah.
everything had to be told.
But I continue for a second, and I go, you know, with what Pip did earlier today, which is wild to think about that it was just earlier today. Wow. We could just go.
What?
Izzy, we could just leave. Your mother said it. We could just leave.
But you want to leave Pip and Riley?
No. A little.
Izzy smiles just a little.
Damn.
I'll have
But Paul,
I'll have to take
we'll
whiskey
take
with
whiskey.
me.
Riley will
needs
hunt us
something
down
to
for
play
the
with.
rest of her life.
You'll be dead man.
Dead there.
I go, we can look for a cure for whatever's going on in a different city.
Yes, but if we stay and we just do this ball, then I can get you guys out of prison, I guess.
Do you really think your mother's gonna give us a pardon?
Maybe.
Okay. Listen, also, I'm sorry for the way I've acted since we got out of the prison. Please, let me finish. I had blinders on for a majority of that travel, and for that I am truly sorry. It wasn't until today that I had a very important conversation with someone that I realized that you were right 5 years ago. That rushing into it was the wrong thing. So, if we need to take...
I wanted to go with you,
You weren't going to. I know that.
Yeah, but
You know that. Izzy.
it's just we could have. I guess I was just a little hurt that we could have found a way to do it together. And
I
you
think
just
I
did it
reach
your
out.
way.
I grab your hand. No. We're doing it together now. Okay? Also, Vernell got fat.
Are you just saying that to make me feel better?
A little.
So they're not fat?
No, they're bigger.
They get more swole.
A little.
Rip my hand away. No. so great. That's so great that you went to see that one.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
let's enjoy this for another second. And then let's
Enjoy this?
Yeah. Yeah. And then
Oh.
let's go get absolutely trashed.
Yes!
Okay. All right. Let's go back.
Oh, yes.
We'll head back to my house. We'll get the crew.
Uh-huh.
We'll head out.
Can we do like a...
You want to do a pregame?
Yeah, can we pre-game at your
Let's
dad's?
pregame.
Okay, we should Pip wants to go to that stupid
They want to go to
Taurus.
concert.
It's so dumb.
I know.
But
Listen.
but if we drink before we go, we don't have to buy the drinks there, and I can get probably a flask from your dad, and then we can bring it in.
Easy. He has flasks lying around the house in a good way, not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
Actually, sorry. I don't mean to
Loud.
get a little dark, a little bit in a bad way.
Listen. I'm gonna talk with both of them later, privately, off screen.
Who are you talking to?
Zephyra.
Oh!
What?
I forgot I went to church today.
Oh my God! You have.
I'm gonna
changed.
take my hand
Oh
back.
sure, yeah. Sorry.
I got these books, and I read them.
Holy shit!
I didn't read all of them. That would be insane.
No. Wow, that is a block of text.
It's so dense.
There
but
are no pictures at all.
but what's cool is that Zemfira doesn't have actually like her own church. There's like a mixed, non-denominational church.
Okay.
Like with this other god,
Phrathax,
Phrathax, thank
yeah.
you. Yes, Phrathax. And read a lot about that. Was such a cool story.
Yeah.
There was like, I dug, I kind of dug it. It was pretty,
Okay.
it was pretty interesting. But yeah, I got those. I got it. I got one. I grabbed one.
Great.
I grabbed one for you.
Let's do this.
Yep.
I take the Zemfira one. I hand you the Phrathax one, and I go. We'll read them together. We'll exchange notes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll go as slow as you need me to go.
Okay. I feel like you're gonna finish the book, and I'm not even
Nope,
gonna finish the
not
first
at all.
chapter.
As I was leafing through it, I did finish a chapter while we were talking.
my
But
Just
God.
now.
yeah.
It took me 2 hours to read 2 chapters.
I mean, it's a lot. I get
It's
it.
so dense,
I
and the
get it.
pages are so thin,
They're
and
so
there's
thin.
no
I
pictures.
feel like I'm gonna rip every single page.
It's like even if you turn it, and I have huge hands, and it's like really frustrating. They should make like better.
They're made of stone.
I can't even.
No, yeah, it's just
It
dry.
doesn't work.
I know. Let's head back.
Yeah, let's go get drunk.
Let's go get
Let's
drunk.
go get drunk. Let's go get drunk.
Oh my God.
Hey, I missed you.
I missed you too.
At this part, Pip,
Oh, yeah.
have you?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Sorry. Well, I'm
3.5
I got
hours later.
so
For real.
invested. What's happening? What?
At this point, the arcane artifactum has closed for
The day.
Oh.
the day. The automatons are still working, and Flador is the only one who is permitted to be in there as of right now.
Okay.
But he has invited you back tomorrow.
Okay.
So at that point, where are you going? Are you heading back home, or?
I
Home.
well, I
Home.
Leave forever.
think for a moment as I take a little stroll about how in the cave underneath Clastrix everyone wanted to leave.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to pursue their own lives, and that's all right. That's fine.
I didn't.
Well, everybody did immediately leave,
Mm-hmm.
and there was no celebratory moment. There was no discussion about it. Everybody just left, and it's okay. This is kind of what's going through my mind, and I think I made some friends today, and I think that
And enemies.
I made some enemies. I don't know if I am supposed to go back to Omaru's childhood home, or if I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And so I think I just do what is familiar, and I go to the lake.
Okay.
Where
And there we are holding hands.
I go to the lake where I can take a swim.
Okay. Riley. Romir and you have been bouncing through
The fuck is the druid?
been bouncing through the entirety of the city,
Oh my God.
from cleric to druid to medicinal herbs and
We're
trying to find anything.
okay. Here's the thing. I feel like Riley would not leave that dog alone. So is someone at the house, or is Riley carrying?
I guess
Whiskey
Riley's
tub.
carrying the dog.
Great. Riley is
Yeah.
carrying whiskey to all of these places.
Yeah. And as you and Romir and Whiskey are all bouncing back and forth, you've ended your day. Fruitless effort. And you're walking back and I'm sorry, Riley. I really thought that my friend could help you, but I guess that whatever's going on is a little more serious or advanced or I don't even fucking know.
Outside question, did we actually talk to a druid or
Yes. Yeah, you
not?
talked
Fucking
to
hate druids. They're useless. Oh look, it's a mushroom. Bloody mushrooms are nothing. You eat them.
Well, they help
They're
sometimes.
fungus.
Yeah.
They're fungus.
Yeah, fungus. I mean,
I'm a druid. I can talk to animals. Well, fuck off.
hey, let's just go back to the house and let Whiskey rest. We've been out all day. You think?
Yeah.
All right. And as you guys start walking down the path, Pip, you exit, trying to go to the lake, and you all reconvene together. Oh! Well, that's funny coincidence. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dad.
Fancy meeting you here.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. Well, we're gonna head back to the house. We're gonna get the dog all comfy.
Okay.
What? What happened?
Long story, we can tell you at the house.
We split up for like 5 minutes.
Whiskey was affected by the same thing we had.
They got the flu.
Whiskey has a severe flu,
Okay.
more severe than normal flus,
Got it.
and they're all right, kind of.
You don't have to hide your affliction from me. Riley told me.
Whiskey was dying. He was asking so many questions. I'm 17.
It's hey, it's okay, Riley. Sometimes someone asks you a question, you can't help it, and then you answer, and then you give them a lot of information that you didn't mean to give them, and then and maybe my mom knows about all of you.
We should talk. All of us.
Okay.
Fine.
You too, Dad. Sure.
Okay,
You
cool.
could, actually, I would prefer if you just sat in
But
as a third
as
party.
we talk, drinks.
Oh, please.
Great.
And you guys all head off to the Galzaran household. And as you enter the household, Omalia is sitting there just home at the dinner table, just sitting there with her head kind of back, just breathing. Ramir takes Whiskey, places him back on the couch, covers him with that same blanket, and all right, to a night of drinking. And that's where we're going to end our episode tonight. Thank you,
Yes,
everybody,
please.
for watching. Tune in for episode 16. And yeah.
Yeah, it's been 4 hours.
Goodbye.